You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube oil and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
At some point, everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians.
Wear light clothing.
Walk on a pathway instead of the road.
Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone. Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stand.
And welcome to another special presentation of Riverton Wolverine High School Basketball here on 93.9 KTAK and Wyo Today's YouTube page. As always, I am Kevin Shields, your voice of the Riverton Wolverines, and I am joined here, as usual, in the booth here by Connor Shields. Here on camera. And back at the home base, we got my wife and my daughter kind of keeping everybody straight. We do have a full night of basketball tonight. We have, with the Wyoming Indian game at Saratoga being canceled due to the pathway to get there being closed by Wyoming DOT. If you're looking for that game, it has been postponed/canceled. But do not fret. We do have Shoshone basketball on live right now, and that's on our YouTube page as well as on KWYW. For those looking for Lander Valley versus Thermopolis, they're on KDNO and for the Thermopolis home team feed, and on 93.1 KFCW for the home team. If you're a Lander Valley Tiger fan, Lander Valley Tigers are hosting that game. Tonight we are down in Rock Springs. We thought we were going to be a little bit earlier tonight due to the simple fact that the JV boys game looked like it was going to end, about 15-20 minutes ago, maybe 30, and we were going to have a little expedited tip. They did say 5:55 was going to be the tip, and then the JV boys said, nope, we like the 6 o'clock tip better, and we're going to go to OT to cause it. So right now, Connor's going to keep up with the action on the camera here. The JV boys of Riverton lead the JV boys Tigers 64-63. It was a 63-62 until Eli Lucas hit a running layup with 3 seconds left. And the Tigers are going to turn it over out of bounds with .9, trying to get a pass to a guy in the corner. Again, a 1-point lead, and you're seeing guys go for the three. You hear them complain about that on ESPN with the pros and college guys. You need 1 point. Take it to the basket. Try and get a foul. Get a shot off. Don't just work around the three-point line. I figured he was going to go coast to coast there, but he didn't. So now we are in the Hampton Inn and Suites pregame show here on KTAK, where it will be the Riverton Wolverines, who sit at 3-15, the Lady Wolverines, 0-3 in conference. They have won a couple 4A games, but none in conference thus far. Facing off against the Rock Springs Lady Tigers, who are 6-11 overall, 2-1 in the conference. For the last couple games they played, Riverton, of course, fell to Green River last weekend at home, 55-31. And then last Saturday at home, or that was last Friday, last Saturday at home fell to Evanston Lady Red Devils, 50-26. Rock Springs had one advantage. They played Jackson last week and won 53-12, that being one of the 4A level wins for Riverton as well. And Rock Springs also defeated Kelly Walsh 48-28, who is the Riverton opponent tomorrow, Kelly Walsh. Good news is, at least for now, and hopefully it stands up, is that the roads to Casper are open now. They had been closed since 9:16 till about 15 minutes ago. We're informed they are up and open, and that means Kelly Walsh will be able to make it in, hopefully, and they will be at 2 and 3:30. For those of you who haven't heard but have a child like I do in the district honor band that was going to be in Lander originally, then Rawlins, that has been called off due to the roads to Rawlins. for much of the people who would be going for that district honor band. So we're going to take a real quick break here on KTAK, and we will be right back with more of the Hampton Inn Suites pregame show right after this.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
From the field, to the court, to the pool, and beyond, Fremont County athletes give their blood, sweat, and tears for their teammates and community. Why compromise that with alcohol or marijuana? Help your athlete make the most of their playing time by avoiding the dangers and impact that substance use can have on their performance and future. For more resources and information, visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
And welcome back to the Hampton Inn Suites pregame show here on 93.9 KTAK. You are listening to Riverton Wolverine basketball. The Lady Tigers and the Lady Wolverines. Lady Tigers of Rock Springs going to be tipping off in about 6 minutes. For a look at these two teams and how they match up as far as scoring goes, Rock Springs is averaging right about 5 more points per game than Riverton at 38-33. As far as assists go, it's about even. It's about even on assists. Looking at that twice, Riverton shoots 24% on the season. Rock Springs on 32%. From the free throw line, 57 and 51. So Riverton a good bit better at the free throw line, but still neither team anything to write home about as far as that goes. From the three-point line, Rock Springs is attempting about 10.5, 10.5 a game, hitting 1 out of every 5 of those for a 25% make. Riverton is taking about 13 and hitting 22.7%. Where Rock Springs starts to have a bit of a gap and what makes this a difficult opponent is on the rebounding and defense. They're averaging about 2 more. They're averaging 2 less than Riverton per game, but they've got some height in there that is actually in the top 5 in the state. As far as on the offensive boards, they are getting about, let's see here, offensive rebounds are 9.6 for Rock Springs and about 9.9 for Riverton. So far so good, except we're going to need to make sure to box out a couple of the players and keep them off the boards. Team defense is kind of where things start to show up. They're allowing 6 less points per game are the Lady Tigers. They're allowing their opponents to shoot at 7% less. And on the block side of things, they're getting 2.2, Riverton at 2.8, so that kind of evens out, but then turnovers. Riverton's forcing 14.6, Rock Springs forcing 2 more than that. I expect, which we've seen in a lot of games, teams that don't normally put on a full court press do try it against Riverton. Credit Coach Travis McIntosh and the ladies on this team. They've gotten better as this season's gone on. Last year, it kind of stayed the same. A press would force turnovers. And this past couple weeks, we've seen those turnovers go down a little bit. They were in the high 20s as far as averaging, even having some games with 30. Last game, for example, they only had 19. Now, for a basketball purist, that's way too many. But from where they were coming from, that's pretty good. Previous game, when they faced off against Green River, they only had 15 on the game. So that was a nicely done move, too. However, the other part of that we'll get to in our keys to the game, and that really hasn't seen the improvement that Against the Press has. But you got to tackle one problem at a time, and you got to tackle the biggest problem at a time. Reminder that tomorrow at 2 and 3:30 against Kelly Walsh, that will be Senior Day. Girls play at 2, boys at 3:30, and in between there we'll have a little bit longer time period where we'll have Senior Day to say goodbye to some great Wolverines and Lady Wolverines. We will be broadcasting the entire senior night. We don't have a way to really tap into the PA system, and neither does Riverton for us to do so. So I'll kind of be giving the rundown about who it is, who's graduating, where they're going, if they've already announced college plans, things of that nature. So that's something to look forward to. If you can, tomorrow, come on out. Come on out and support these kids who have given some blood, sweat, and tears to Riverton. All right, well, that is part of our Hampton Inn Suites pregame show. We'll be right back on KTAK with the Ranger Keys to the Game.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
And welcome back here. There's not a whole lot I can do. I'm being told, and if you happen to notice this on YouTube, let us know in the comments under the YouTube video. There's not a whole lot I can do about my overall volume here. I'm attempting to, but I'm not sure there's much that I can do as far as that goes. I'm already kind of maxed out at the same levels I always am. So, Courtney, back at the mothership, I can turn my ads down if the ads are too high. So please let me know. Okay, so the Ranger Keys to the Game, you're going to get tired of me saying it, but it's the same thing. It is turnovers and shot selection. Shot selection will up that 24 or less % on average field goal percentage, and it will help nullify any kind of pressure defense if you're making more shots. So we'll see how that goes. Those are your Ranger Keys to the Game, and we're going to roll right in. Actually, they're going to roll into a national anthem, so we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with the Sutherland starting lineups right after this.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
It's more than clocking in or collecting a paycheck. We are a network of caring professionals who want to be here, dedicated to serving our communities. We are Sage West Healthcare, our 2 campus hospitals in Riverton and Lander. We take pride in our region, our people, and our communities. Located in beautiful central Wyoming, filled with natural recreation in our own backyard. We are neighbors caring for neighbors, a community caring for its own. We are Sage West. We are recruiting the best, like you.
And welcome back to KTK, the Hampton Inn Suites pregame show, and the Sutherland starting lineups. First for the home team, the Rock Springs Lady Tigers, coached by Ramiro Candelaria. Number 15, Ashley Anderson. Number 20, Cassidy Webb. Number 21, Emma Acey. Number 24, Ella Brewster. And number 33, Sydney Harris. And for your Riverton Wolverines, number 1, a senior, Olivia Bradley. Number 3, a senior, Macy Brown. Number 10, a senior, McKay Fegler. Number 11, a senior, Ella Judd. And number 21, a junior, Paisley Jackson. Of course, Riverton is coached by Coach Travis McIntosh. And that's going to do it for the Hampton Inn Suites pregame show. And here we go. Riverton is in their black with their red outlined by white numbers and red and white accents. They will be going right to left on your radio dial. Rock Springs is in their white and with orange numbers and accents. Ella Judd is going to win the tip, but it's going to fall actually to Rock Springs. With it up top is Brewster. She goes to her left and passes back to her right to Webb. Webb looking to drive in towards the free throw line, cut off by Macy Brown. They hand it off to Biter, who's in now. Biter actually one of the starters, not a starter that we had, but she is fouled. She is fouled by number 21, that's Paisley Jackson. That's her first, team first, not how you want to start out for the number 1 scorer for Riverton. First free throws up, hits the iron, bounces way up, hits it again, and falls no good. Second free throw by Biter is going to now be taken. It is up, and it is good. So we have our first score of the game. It comes on a free throw, and it is 1-0 in favor of the Lady Tigers. They are indeed pressing. Bradley gets it from Jackson, dribbles it over the timeline. Now she's trapped and stuck. She does get to Jackson, though, and it's going to be stolen away for turnover number 1 against Riverton. Bringing it down is Webb. She tries to force it inside, and it's going to go off of Riverton and out of bounds. Looking to inbound from the right of their own basket. They inbound to, looks to be AC. AC gets it inside gets it to Webb, who scores. So Bradley now looking to bring it up, then gets it Jackson, back to Bradley as they cross the timeline. Bradley looking to go down the left sideline, gets it inside to Ella Judd, almost stolen away, but Judd able to get it. Out to Fedler, cross court to Brown. Brown for 3, off the glass and no good. Rebound by Fedler, puts up a runner, no good. And away comes Rock Springs with the rebound. Rock Springs now looking to break. They shed it through, and it's going to be a charge. And it was one of the weirdest charges I've ever seen because Judd had to force herself to fall down as the foul will go against Webb. That's her first, team first for Rock Springs. Jackson inbounding, full court press in effect. Looks to be a bit of a zone press. Goes inbound to Fedler to Bradley to Jackson, back to Fedler. Fedler breaks it. Judd is wide open and alone. Runs in, puts it up, and good for the layup. Good passing there. Kind of what I was alluding to during the Ranger keys to the game, that they've gotten better against this press. Rock Springs looking to drive in. Winds up in Webb's hands on the right wing. Webb's going to bring it all the way out towards the timeline and reset. She gets it to Biter. Biter looking inside. Decides to go to the top of the key to Brewster. Brewster to Webb, back up to Brewster. Brewster thought about a 3, now looks to drive. She goes all the way to the basket, no good. And we have a whistle on the rebound attempt. That foul is going to go against AC, number 21. That's her first, team second for Rock Springs. In the full court press, inbounded Bradley in the corner. Not where you want to be, but Bradley dribbles out of it. Everybody gives her plenty of room, so now it's one-on-one, Webb and Bradley. Bradley beats her, gets to the timeline, but she's going to be fouled by number 20. I thought it might be a walk. That's against Webb, and that should be her second. Foul is against, they're not changing the number up there, so we're going to keep up with it. They're saying that's only the team second. Well, that's really weird. So we'll go with that. Turnover on the inbounds, trying to set up the offense. They hit Brewster on the run, back outside. Going cross court to 15. 15 is going to shoot a three. It's way off target and no good. That's Anderson with the miss. Goes out of bounds and go over to Riverton. So now they've said, nope, that's 3 team fouls. So that was against Webb. I was correct. 3 team fouls. Inbounding Jackson, she's harassed. She throws in and it's tipped out of bounds by Rock Springs. So I think they've gone, yes, they have. They've converted over to a man-to-man press. Inbound is to Bradley. Bradley's got clear sailing over the timeline as the player went for the steal. She takes it all the way in, and she's blocked. No, they're going to call a foul. Foul against 14. No, excuse me, that's 3 and 4. We're way up here in the rafters here, so I'm trying to lay eyes on who the foul was on, and they're not going to put it up. So I do believe shot's going to be shot off the inbounds pass, misses. Rock Springs gets a hold of it, and they will come away with it after that miss. They're no longer putting the fouls up on the board. I don't know why they're doing that or not doing that. So that foul was going against number 24, by the way. That's Brewster. That was her first. They swing it around us, Rock Springs. They get to Hanson. Hanson shoots a 3. She's good from downtown. So now it's 6-2 in favor of Rock Springs. Rock Springs doing everything to let Riverton do some things. Lots of fouls and whatnot, but they're not able to convert. And there's going to be turnover number 2 against Riverton. Pass was intended for Judd, and it was swiped by Brewster. Brewster gets it to AC. AC up top to Hanson. Hanson swings it over to Anderson. Anderson 0 for 1. She's on the right wing. Decides to ignore the screen, goes baseline, kicks it out. Long 2-point shot is no good by Biter. And on the rebound, we're going to have a foul go against Riverton. And boy, are they calling this tight. That's the second against Paisley Jackson. So the leading scorer probably going to come out here. I don't know if it was intended for Engstrom to come get her, but they're going to say she was shooting. So we will have free throws here. But I'm trying to lay eyes on number 24. I'll give you the name in a second. It's up by Brewster and good. That's her first point of the night and extends the lead to 5 at 7-2 with 4:23 to play in the first quarter. Paisley Jackson and Ella Judd both come out. We two Cloudhorse and Haley Engstrom coming in. Second free throw is going to be up and no good. Rebounds tipped by both players, it looks like, but they're going to say it went off of Brewster. And it will go over to Riverton. So Engstrom, Brown, Bradley, Fegler, and Cloudhorse in the game for Riverton. They're trying to find some offense, 7-2. We have almost as many fouls as we do buckets or points. Cloudhorse looking to drive. She's going to get called. Nope, she's going to get, I thought it was going to be a travel. They're going to call a hold there, and it's going to go against 24 Brewster. That's her second, team 5th. So we're getting up there really quick. Inbound is to Brown in the corner. She's going to shoot a 3, and she's good from downtown. Macy Brown gets Riverton within 2, 7-5 now. Bringing it up is Brewster. Brewster hands it off to Webb, I do believe. She drives down. That's Hanson, She drives down and is good. She's got 5 points on the day, leading all scorers. Riverton quickly getting up court, not letting them set the press. Engstrom has it, driving across the top of the key, and we're going to get an offensive foul. That foul is going to go against number 13. That's Haley Engstrom. That's her first, team 3rd. So we have 8 fouls in the game, and we're at 3:42 to go in the first quarter. It is being called extremely tight. Inbound by Rock Springs to Hanson. Hanson brings it up, swings it to her left. Looking to drive now, go inside to 33. She turns to put it up. It's no, they're going to say foul on the floor as Harris was going up with it. Foul is going against, it's going to be team 4th, and it's going to go against Macy Brown. That's her first, team 4th. Looking to inbound from underneath her own basket. Swings out to AC. AC looking to drive. Puts it up. No good. Harris with the rebound. Puts it up. No, she can't convert for the and 1. So she's going to go to the line shooting 2. Foul is going to go against number 10. That's McKay Fegler. That's her first, team 5th. So now we're dead even at 5 fouls apiece, but 10 fouls already. First free throw by Harris is up and good. Now it's 10-5 in favor of Rock Springs. Fegler's going to come out, and Riley Johnson's going to come take her place. Second free throw by Harris is in the air, and it is good. It's now 11-5. Inbound, no press by Rock Springs. They've going with more half-court look now. It is man-to-man as Bradley brings over the timeline, trying to go right. She's cut off, goes left instead. Goes to Johnson on the left wing. Johnson looking to go baseline. She's cut off, tries to give a pass. It's intercepted for the third turnover of the day. And here comes Rock Springs. Rock Springs swings it. Number 15 is going to shoot a three. No good. Harris with the rebound, puts it up. No good, and she'll go to the line again. Miss was by Anderson. She's now 0 for 2 from 3 and 0 for 2 on the day. But number 12, We2 Cloud Horse, called for her first foul. Team 6th. First one's up and no good. Harris's first miss from the charity stripe today. And we have 11 fouls called. I just can't feel like I can not say that enough. I can't not emphasize it enough. If this is the way this game is called in all 4 quarters, we're going to see a lot of foul outs. Harris puts the second one up, and it's no good. Too hard off the iron, and Ella Judd comes away with the rebound. She has checked back in. Bradley, Engstrom, Brown, Judd, and Johnson are your Lady Wolverines. Johnson goes to Brown on the right wing. She looks to drive down the middle, picks up her dribble out to Johnson around the 3-point line. She elects to go towards the elbow, dishes out to Judd. Judd makes a move, shoots a runner. Good, Ella Judd for 2. And now we're looking at 11-7. Bringing it up over the timeline is Rock Springs. Looking to pass to the right to Bider. Back up top to Harris. Gets it over to Hanson. Hanson looks inside for AC, gets it inside. She gets it back out to Hanson, and it swings around to Anderson up the top of the key. Now over to Bider on the right. Looking inside, goes up top to AC. AC over to Hanson. Hanson's going to shoot a 3 again, and she's going to miss again, and Ella Judd's going to come away with the rebound. It's going to be stolen right back, though, by AC. AC swings it out to Hanson. Hanson picks up a dribble, gets it over to Anderson. Anderson guarded by Brown. She's going to come towards the top of the key, gets it over to Bider. Bider now from the right wing looks to the elbow for Harris, and we're going to get that's not a good call. We're going to get a foul called on Ella Judd. That will be her first, team 7th. So we're going to have a 1-and-1 for Harris from the line. Looked like Judd got all ball, and it's one of the few angles that we do have is the right of the court elbow where this all took place. Harris's first one is up and good. 12-7 in favor of Rock Springs. Harris will get a second one. It is up on the way, and it is good. So she is 4 for 6 from the free throw line. Not used to saying someone has 6 free throws with 1:48 and counting left in the first quarter. Bradley bringing up, goes right to Johnson. Johnson's just harassed physically there, and they finally blow the whistle, so there'll be a foul. I was about to say, you got to call it both ways. Fouls against Hanson, that's her first. Their team 6th. So we have 13 fouls on the game. Inbound by Johnson from the sideline to Fedler. Inside to Judd. Judd puts it up, and good! Ella Judd now with 6 on the day. And it is 13-9 in favor of Rock Springs. Rock Springs quickly coming up the court. Gets it Anderson on the left wing. Up top to AC. AC looking inside. Decides to go over to Hanson on the left wing. Hanson brings up, goes far right wing for Anderson. She shoots a 3, and she finally hits one. 1 of 4, but it's an important one. Takes it to 16-9. We have a timeout by Rock Springs at the minute 15 mark. Let's see if it's full or 30. It's a 30 seconds, so we'll take it with them really quick and be right back after this on KTAK.
Are you a caring person that wants to help but not sure where to go? Wyoming Senior Citizen Inc. is looking for caregivers across the state. Call 307-856-6880 to find out more information. They would like to wish all Fremont County athletes good luck this year.
And welcome back to KTK's coverage of Riverton High School basketball. Minute 15 to go in the ladies' contest in the first quarter, and it is 16-9 in favor of the Lady Tigers of Rock Springs. And this has been a foul fest. I was just talking with the Rock Springs radio guy, and we're like, we don't know what's going on. 13 total fouls, inbound by Bradley to Fegler. Fegler bringing it up the court, about to cross the halfway mark, does so, crossing the timeline, goes to Riley Johnson on the right wing. Johnson harassed, she tries to dribble, and now they call a walk on her. And that is turnover number 5. And Rock Springs has 0 turnovers on the day. So turnover number 5, they come across the timeline, gets up to Hanson. Hanson looking to break down Fedler, cannot do so, and almost had the steal there, but it goes to AC. AC looking to break down Engstrom. Engstrom taps the ball away. They swing out to Biter, inside to Harris. Judd fronted her and able to deflect that ball out of bounds. Brown and Morton now checking in with 46.4 seconds left for your Lady Wolverines. They're going to get Johnson and Bradley inbounding from the left of her own basket as we see it, and it's going to be turned over. First turnover of the day. Brown trying to dribble it at first, and she's going to turn it over right back. So instead of getting possession of the ball, she tried to not pick it up, but dribble it with one hand, and it went off her hand, then her knee, then her hand, then the foot. Okay, Biter with it, swinging out to AC on the right baseline. AC is going to get fouled here, and Engstrom is just not happy about this. Anytime someone's going down, doesn't matter how hard, doesn't matter anything, they are blowing the whistle. That's the second foul against Engstrom. It's team number 8. So it'll send AC to the line, one of their better players, one of their more well-known players in the high school ranks. She puts it up, and it is good, and that's her first point of the day, and it makes it 17-9. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They got 7 of their points from the free throw line. Make that 8 as AC puts it up and in, and it's 18-9. Riverton inbounds at 29 seconds as they pass the half-court mark. Swing it to Morton. Morton going to Fegler. Fegler about 16 feet out. It's going to toss out to Morton. Morton over to Johnson. Johnson inside for Judd, and we're going to have turnover number 7. Not what Coach McIntosh wanted to see here. They've doubled us up 18-9 with 15.7 seconds left in the first. Inbound is going to should have been a walk, didn't get called as she lost control of it. AC's going to get the feed, and she's going to lose it out of bounds. That'll be turnover number 2 of the night against Rock Springs. Comes with 8.2 seconds left. Fedler on the inbound. Let's see if they know the time, because they haven't lately. Fedler with it with 4 seconds, 3 seconds. She goes to Morton. Morton knows the time, puts it up. Good! Savannah Morton hitting from 17. Nicely done. She knew the time, and she put it up. So after 1, it is 18-11 in favor of Rock Springs. We'll be back with the second quarter here on KTAK.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Wyoming Community Bank is ready to serve you. Stop in at any one of their branches located in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois. A bank that is owned and operated by the locals of Fremont County. Wyoming Community Bank. They're here to help you.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
And welcome back to KTAK. It's the start of the second quarter here. The Lady Wolverines trail by 7, 18-11 in favor of Rock Springs, but we'll start with the ball to start this quarter. Leesburg now in for Riverton. So you got Jackson, Cloudhorse, Bradley, Judd, and Leesburg. Driving down into no man's land is Bradley. Gets gets it to Ingstrom. She puts up a wild kind of underhand shot. No good, and away comes Rock Springs. AC has it over to Hanson. Hanson looking to drive to the elbow, now kicks it out to Anderson. Back up top to Hanson. Gets it back over to Anderson on the right wing. She brings it towards the center, then decides to go baseline for Hanson. Now they're just swinging it around, same three players. Back to Hanson in the corner, back up top to Anderson. Anderson thought about three, gets it to Harris. Harris to AC. AC outside to Biter. Biter for three, no good. And away comes Riverton with the rebound, and we're going to get a travel on the turnover very quickly after the rebound by Riverton, and that makes it now 8 turnovers on the day. So, trying to get exactly who's in here right now. Bradley, they're going to swing it all the way to AC. AC for three, she's no good. Jackson comes away with the rebound. Quickly going up court for Judd. Judd puts it up, and Judd quickly now has 8 points on the day. Nicely done by her. Stolen away, trying to cross the timeline. Leesburg comes away with it, and a chance to eat into this 5-point lead. Leesburg with it, starts to back out a little bit. Now goes to Bradley. Bradley slightly off the center of the key. Looks to drive down. She drug her feet. That's a walk. And that's, again, one of those, she starts to cut without people don't pay attention to the cut coming. And they think it's going to be there, and it's just miscommunication. Don't need that in a 5-point game. Riverton now in the man-to-man. They're hedging their bets a little bit and helping. It's almost like a 2-3 matchup zone. That's almost exactly what it is. They go inside, does Rock Springs to AC. AC puts up a turnaround, no good, and Leesburg comes away with the rebound. So now in the half court, Jackson has it. She stops out to the elbow, shoots for three, no good. Rebound gotten by Riverton. Nice offensive board there. They're going to swing it over to Jackson. Jackson's going to take a 15-footer, good along the baseline. And that is her first points of the game, and we're now down to a 3-point deficit. Hanson with it. Hanson's going to swing it over to Anderson. Going inside, turnover number 4 against in a steal by Riverton. They're not looking to break. They don't have numbers, so they get Leesburg. She brings over the timeline, going right to Cloud Horse. Cloud Horse looking to drive baseline, gets cut off, picks up her dribble, and now she has nobody helping her, and she's going to turn. Nope, Bradley comes away with it, gets it to Leesburg. Leesburg looking to drive down, but she's going to get called for a travel, so it'll be turnover number 11 now. 11 turnovers, not calling it quite as tight. We have 14 total fouls called in the game, and they were all in the first quarter. We have 5:12 to go in the half, as Macy Brown will now check in for Leesburg. Riverton looking to give a little bit of a show of pressure here out of what looks to be kind of a matchup zone. Not really a true zone, but close. They're going left side to Webb. Webb to Anderson. Anderson over to Brewster, who goes for a shot, actually gets into AC, who takes a shot, no good, and Riverton comes away with it. It's actually blocked. Jackson now with it. Jackson looking to drive. She drives baseline, up and under, no good. And I don't think I've seen them make that shot all season, so maybe not wise to take it. Looking to break is Rock Springs. They get AC. AC out to Brewster. Brewster over to Anderson. Anderson coming from the left wing, going to call out the play, goes right, goes over to AC on the right wing. Going to Brewster now at the free throw line. She kicks it back out to Hanson. Excuse me, not Hanson, Webb. They look kind of alike. Gets it to Webb on the baseline, a give and go with Anderson. She's looking to go baseline. She's cut off by Jackson. And Jackson, nope, I thought Jackson got too much body. They're going to say no body at all. It was a turnover. That's turnover number 5 for Rock Springs. Again, a one-possession game. 18-15 with 4:04. Bradley now with it. She brings over timeline, goes her right to Fegler. Fegler looking inside for Cloud Horse. It's not there, so gets it to Jackson. Jackson, a long three. Good! Paisley Jackson ties it up with 3:50 to go in the first half. We are all knotted up at 18. Bring across the line is Brewster. Brewster goes over to Webb. Webb back up top to Nandrup, I think, who has checked in now. Back to her. They swing it all around. They're just swinging around the horn now. Anderson gets an open look. She shoots a three, and she breaks that tie. Does Anderson, her second three of the night. And it's 21-18 in favor of Rock Springs. Riverton has never led. Fedler to Bradley on the left. Bradley looking to drive down. Gets out to Brown. Brown for three. She ties it right back. Brown now 2 of 3 from the three-point line, and it is tied up at 21-21. Bring it up top. They get it inside to Nandrup. Nandrup gets it outside to Anderson. Anderson misses the three, but Nandrup got the rebound. It goes out of bounds, though. Turnover by Rock Springs. Turnover number 6. Here they are bringing the press back as we see Riley Johnson checking in, along with a couple of other Wolverines who played already in this quarter. Judd is coming in as well. Just one, no 3. Cloud Horse came out as well. So now you've got your starters with the exception of Johnson. Judd hands it to Jackson. We've got 2:47. We're all tied up. Jackson bringing it up, looking to close out the half. Ella Judd to Fedler. Fedler out to Brown. Brown to Johnson. Johnson to Fedler on the right wing. Johnson underneath to Jackson. Jackson a hook, and it's good. And Riverton now has the lead for the first time. 23-21 in favor of Riverton. Bringing it up, they pass it to Brewster. Brewster over to Biter. They're going to swing it inside to Anderson. Anderson at the free throw line has to kick it back out, and now they'll look to start it back up top. They get it back to Anderson on the wing. She goes underneath. Nicely done. Nice move there by, I'm trying to get a number here. We're going to get a jump ball by number 24, Brewster, but she missed the shot and then got the shot missed again. So it'll go, but they say on the block it was a held ball, so it will stay with the home team here on the possession error. Possession error, worst thing since Lifesaver Soda. Inbounded into Brewster. Brewster takes it all the way up top, swings it around to Webb. Webb for 3, misses wildly, and Brown for Riverton comes away with the rebound and a chance to extend the lead with 1:54 to play in the first half. Brown now on the left wing off a pass to Jackson. Back up top to Johnson at the top of the key. Johnson looks to drive to her left, gets stopped. Gets it to Jackson back up top. Jackson letting drive, drives past the elbow, puts it up, and one! Paisley Jackson didn't shoot anything in the first quarter, and she's got 9 points now. Foul is going against Biter. That's her first foul, and that will be team number 7. So 1-1 the rest of the way, but Jackson with a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. It's on the way, and it is good. 26-21 for Riverton. 1:36 to go in the half. Now in the half court, Anderson with it for Rock Springs. They're going to go underneath the Harris. Seems like a wise thing to do, and they get a foul called. So it will result in the team 9th. I think it's on the floor. I don't think they're going to give her a shot attempt there. Foul is against number 10, Fedler. That's her second. Team 9th. Each team only with one foul in the second quarter. There were 14 fouls called in the first total. So Harris will go line shooting 1-1. Chance to eat into this 5-point lead that Riverton's built up. Free throw looks hard. It is hard, and it's rebounded by Olivia Bradley. Bradley now will bring it up the court by herself. Goes over the timeline. She looks to drive left. Gets picked up. And it's going to be a ball on the floor. It's tapped, though. So Bradley able to get it in the half court. Brings it back up. Goes to Judd. Judd inside to Jackson at the free throw line. Jackson looking to drive, and she's going to draw another foul. I think that foul is going to go against Biter, her second. Nope, it's going to go against Webb. Both of them were there. And that's Webb's third. Team 8th. So Jackson was in the process of shooting. She will go to the line, shooting 2. I've got a wall in front of me, so I couldn't see last free throw. If she goes with her normal routine, she does. Kicks that left foot back. Free throws up, and no good. Missed by Jackson on the front end. So it will go over to, on the rebound, over to Rock Springs with 1:03, 1:02, 1:01 left in the half. Up top is Brewster with it. She gets it to Anderson. Anderson for 3, missed. Rebound by Judd. So Wolverines, chance to extend this lead with 50 seconds. They get to Brown for 3. No good. Rebound goes to Rock Springs. They're looking to break now, and they're going to lose it. It's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be a turnover against them. Turnover number 7. We2 Cloudhorse coming back in the game. She is going to come get Riley Johnson. So you got Judd, Cloudhorse, Brown, Bradley, and Jackson in as we have 40 seconds to play in the game. In the half. Bradley brings it up, and she's going to get called for a walk or foot drug. That is turnover number 11 of the half with 35.8 seconds left in the first half. So Riverton showing great improved shot selection here, especially in the second quarter. Jackson with a nice steal there. And she's going to look to bring it up, and now she's going to get stripped, and we're going to go to the ground, and Rock Springs is going to come away with it. So turnover beget turnover there. Jackson tried to do a little too much. The numbers weren't there. Rock Springs bringing it up. They've got it to AC. AC falls down, gets it taken away. Turnover number 9. Bradley looking to bring it in, brings it up under the paint, no good. Rebound going to go to Rock Springs. AC going to shoot with no time on the clock. She misses. She was partially blocked. And that is the half. So after the first half, your Lady Wolverines of Riverton High School 26, the Lady Tigers of Rock Springs High 21. We'll be right back with the Central Wyoming College halftime show right after these messages on KTAK.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Hometown Freedom Healthcare, making healthcare great. Providing coverage in family medicine, women's health, pediatrics, and mental health. Meet providers Tara Blumenshine and Adina Vasco and Jessica Rodriguez. Come see us at Hometown Freedom Healthcare, locally owned, 463-0541.
Natural Health Solutions offers treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
If your vehicle needs repair, you can depend on the crew at Extra Care Auto Repair. They can repair almost anything with wheels, gas, diesel, domestic, or import, and their work is top quality and reliable. Extra Care Auto Repair on North Federal in Riverton.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Snyder Signature Properties would like to give a huge shout out to the local sports of Fremont County. They are here to support your team and your local home real estate needs. Call today to see how Snyder Signature Properties can help you buy and sell your next property. Good luck to all Fremont County athletes.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help. In Lander and Riverton.
Riverton's Hampton Inn and Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County School Athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
When you purchase your car, do you know if you got the best payment possible? The answer is probably no. Oftentimes, your loan is packed with additional charges that can drive your monthly payment higher than it should be, costing you thousands of dollars more for your car. Hi, this is Patty, and here is your second chance to get the payment you deserve. Visit Atlantic City Federal Credit Union today for a courtesy loan review. We've helped our members save money by refinancing their vehicle with us. Now it's your turn. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
And welcome to the Central Wyoming Central Wyoming College Halftime Show here on KTAK-NY today's YouTube page. We are here at Rock Springs High School where the Lady Wolverines of Riverton lead the Lady Tigers 26-21 at half. As we check the Rangers scoreboard, we have two scores of note right now. At half, the Shoshone Lady Blue are up on Graybull 20-12. You can check out that game on KWYW. And from Lander Valley, where Thermopolis is there, Thermopolis is up 14-13 at half on the Lady Tigers. That game, of course, if you're looking for the hometown feed for Thermopolis, is on KDNO. If you are looking for the hometown feed for Lander Valley Lady Tigers, that is on KFCW. So in the half, it's been a remarkable half of really changes, for lack of a better word. And what I mean by that is this 26-21, it was 18-11 in favor of the Rock Springs Lady Tigers at the end of one. So they led the scoring 18-11, but then great defense and good shot selection and hitting great shot selection. Riverton went on a 15-3 run for the entire second quarter. Only 3 points scored for Rock Springs. That by Anderson hit 1-3. Riverton, however, with 15 points on the day. Your scores through one half. For Rock Springs, their leading scorer is Anderson with 6, but she's only 2 of 7 from the field. Hanson has 5. With 4 is Harris. Webb and AC each have 2, and Biter and Brewster have 1. And here's the telling stat. Rock Springs Lady Tigers are 5 of 23 from the field, or 22%. Now for Riverton, who is 61% from the field, by far their best half of the year as far as shooting percentage goes, 11 of 18. Their leading scorer, Paisley Jackson, has 10. Ella Judd right behind her with 8, and Ella is 4 of 4 from the field. Brown has 6, and Morton with 2. Her hitting that one at the very tail end of the half. Again, the Riverton Lady Wolverines, 61% from the field to 22% for the Lady Tigers. Now, as for fouls, again, a difference in quarters. I guess the refs maybe realize that calling it this tight is going to be no fun for anybody playing, nobody from anybody watching, no fun for anybody listening to me or probably the hometown feed as well, as they were just calling everything. We had 14 foul calls I do believe in the first quarter. We did. We had Riverton with 8. Rock Springs had 7. In the second quarter, they called 3 total fouls, 2 against Rock Springs, 1 against Riverton. But you can tell where the difference would be eaten up if Rock Springs was able to hit their free throws, and there is a major free throw disparity. Riverton has only shot 2 free throws, both of those by Paisley Jackson. 1 converted, the traditional three-point play. The other one she missed on the front end of a 1-and-1. Conversely, Rock Springs Lady Tigers have been to the line 13 times and have only hit 8. So if everybody was pure on free throws, this would be a 1-point lead for Riverton. If Riverton was still 1-2 and Rock Springs had hit their free throw, we'd be tied. But we got about a minute and a half left till we get to the end of halftime and get back to action here in the third quarter. We want to thank Central Wyoming College for sponsoring this halftime stats presentation. And we want to say, if you're looking for a great education at a really affordable cost, maybe you just want to knock out 2 years before you transfer to University of Wyoming or some other bigger school, go knock out that core at Central Wyoming. They also now have bachelor's degrees in certain select fields. To see what those bachelor's degrees are, and to also look at what it takes to apply, visit cwc.edu today. We'll be right back here on KTAK.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton High School basketball. Starting off the third, the ball will belong to Riverton, but they're going to try and go into the corner along the baseline, and they're going to turn it over. That is their first turnover of the half. They had 12 in the first. That is converse to 9 by Rock Springs in the first. They're going to swing it around. Looks like we've got our starters for both teams. Swing it to Biter, back up to Brewster. Swinging it all the way to Anderson. Anderson for three, and she's going to start off the half like she's been coached up and hit it. And it's now 24-26 in favor of Riverton. So Judd, Bradley, Brown, Jackson, and Judd in for you right now, and Fegler, excuse me. Riverton brought over the timeline. It got hit out of bounds by Rock Springs. Fegler will look to inbound on her own baseline, goes up top towards the half-court line to Brown, who gets it to Bradley towards the top of the key. She's guarded fiercely by AC. Excuse me, I almost lost possession. AC's going to force the travel, and that will be turnover number 2 for Riverton. I'm getting all sorts of words jumbled up here. It's warm here, and by warm I mean it's like 35 degrees outside. That's not overly feeling warm. But up here in the press box, it's sweltering. Swinging around the horn is Rock Springs. They get Anderson, see if she's hot. She is. That's her second one, and she's this close to NBA Jam on fire. And quickly, 6-0 run with 6:55 to go on the third. And Rock Springs has reclaimed the lead, 27-26. Bradley going to her right to Fegler. Fegler picks up her dribble. She's going to get trapped, but Bradley able to come rescue the ball. Jackson gets it, drives, tries to go out to Fegler, and we're going to have, Judd able to get the save from Fegler. Fegler for a corner three, no good. Rebound by Judd. Judd gets it to Jackson. Jackson from the opposite corner three is good. So Fegler with the missed three, Judd with the rebound, and Jackson gets a hold of it, and we've got a timeout on the floor. Looks like it's by Coach McIntosh with 6:28 to go in the third. It's a 30-second. We'll be right back here on KTAK.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton High School basketball. 6:28 to go in the third. 30-second timeout just called by Coach McIntosh. Riverton leads 29-27. Rock Springs with the ball. AC gets it. Now she's going to drive all the way untouched and miss. That's not like her. Harris gets it, and we're going to have a jump ball caused by Judd. Harris got the rebound, but Judd quickly tied her up, and the ball should go over back to the hometown team, Rock Springs, who trails by 2. Anderson looking to inbound. Gets it out to Brewster. Brewster looking to drive, turns, puts it up, no good. Jackson with the rebound for Riverton. Swinging around the horn is Riverton. They get to Bradley. Bradley looking to drive. Drives down to the low block. Gets caught. Gets it to Jackson. Jackson with a little jump hook. That's off target. Rebound comes away to Rock Springs. They don't have numbers, but Biter, I think, is going to try and take it in. She finds Harris cutting, but she turns it over. And that is turnover number 10 on the day for Rock Springs. Bradley going to be allowed to go coast to coast. Puts it up. Cannot get the and one, but I think they're going to get Brewster with the foul. They do get her with the foul. That is Brewster's third. That is the first team foul of the second half. As far as I didn't get into foul trouble at the CWC halftime show. Brewster now with 3. Webb had 3 in the first half, and 2 by Engstrom and Fedler for Riverton. Bradley's first one up on the way. Looked really strong, but went off the backboard and good. 30 to 27. In favor of Riverton. Second one is on its way. Off the backboard, no good. And Rock Springs comes away with it. They're looking to press action. They don't have numbers, but she drives in and gets the foul. Are we going to be looking at fouls galore again? Biter was driving there. I think they're going to get Macy Brown with it. They do get Macy Brown. That's her second, team first of the second half. Biter going to the line, shooting 2, where she is 1 for 2 today. First one is no good. Biter's also 0 for 2 from the field. So she has 1 point. She's going to get the second shot off the foul by Brown to try and make it 2 points. It's on the way, and it is good. 28 to 30. Rock Springs trailing Riverton. Riverton doing a good job with possession and selection of shots. Going to Fedler is Bradley. Fedler's double team, picks it up, gets it to Judd. Judd out to Bradley. Bradley going to swing it to Brown. Brown the left wing back up top, tipped away, and they're going to get over and back the turnover. It was tipped away by AC, but Bradley did get possession of it again and then lost it off of her. It looked like maybe her knee. But that is turnover number 3 of the second half, turnover number 15 for the day. Inbounded by Rock Springs. Brewster has it. Brewster over to Anderson. Anderson looking to drive in, does so. Gets it to Harris on the low block. She puts it up and 1. Harris will go to the line looking to give Rock Springs the lead. The foul is going to go against Ella Judd. That's her second, team second of the half. Engstrom now checking in for Judd. Harris will have 1 free throw. She is 4 for 6 from the free throw line. First one hits the front iron, or only one hits the front iron, then rolls over it and good. So Rock Springs reclaims the lead, and this third quarter has been a doozy. Lead change by both teams. This is our third lead change of the half already. We have 5:09 to play in the third. Rock Springs by 1. Inbound by Jackson to Fegler. Leesburg has also checked in for Riverton. Bradley to Engstrom at the free throw line. Gets out to Leesburg for 3. No good by Leesburg. Rebound is going to go out of bounds and go over to Rock Springs. So Leesburg came into last weekend being number 1. She's about number 5 in three-point field goal percentage now. That one doesn't help. If she hits another one, she'll get back up there. Biter with it now. Gets it to Harris. Harris well away from the goal. Gets over to Brewster, who goes baseline, puts it up, no good. Rebound by Bradley. Riverton now looking to bring it across court. Bradley does it herself. Gets it to Jackson. Jackson at the elbow, trying to go into Engstrom. Pass was off target, and that's turnover number 16 for Riverton. Biter now with it, gets it to Anderson. Anderson thought about 3, but nice closeout by Bradley. Gets it back to Brewster. Brewster drives in, kicks it out to Biter. Biter back to Anderson on the right wing. She shakes free, looked at 3, but said no. Gets over to the left wing to Biter. Harris with the screen. Went right over the top of it. They get to Harris, though. She puts it up and 1 again. 33-30. Fouls against Engstrom. That is her third, team second of the half. Riley Johnson now coming in. She is coming in to take Engstrom's place as she now has 3. And Harris will go to the line where she is 5 of 7. No, she was 4 of 6. 5 of 7. Yeah, 5 of 7. Now she's 6 of 8 34-30 now on back of Harris, and that's who I'd be going to if I was Rock Springs too. Bradley with a horrible pass attempt, turns it over. It goes out of bounds, and it's going to stay as it went all the way over the baseline with Rock Springs. AC just literally took that out and forced kind of a very low bounce pass, a very low percentage shot, low percentage pass at that. And this is what has haunted Riverton at times throughout this season and last, and that is giving up runs and giving up, getting kind of flustered. So they're swinging around now is Rock Springs. Brewster all the way over to Biter, back up top to Brewster. Brewster will set the play, comes back to Biter. Biter off a screen from AC, back up top to Anderson. Anderson over to Brewster. Brewster looking to drive, gets cut off, and now they're going to turn it over as they try to get it to Harris. Turnover number 11 on the day. Leesburg with it, beneficiary of that bad pass. Cross court to Bradley. Bradley faked a three, didn't shoot it. And Bradley with a pass in traffic again, turns it over again. 17 turnovers, looking to drive down, and now I think they're going to get double indemnity here against Bradley. I think she may get called for the foul. She got back on defense, but gets called for it. That is a foul against her. That is number 1 for her, 4th overall in the quarter, but it was a shooting foul, and it will send AC to the line to shoot 2. She misses the first one. AC now 2 for 3 from the line. She's 0 for 6 from the field. Just not been her day. AC gets the ball. She's going to shoot the second one. It is up and good. So 3 for 4 from the free throw line. She extends the lead to 5, 35-30. Leesburg brings it up, gets it to Bradley, and Coach McIntosh has seen enough. He's going to call a 30-second timeout with 3:09 to go in the third. We'll take that with them and be right back on KTAK.
Papa Murphy's is proud to sponsor this week's Player of the Game. For a limited time, enjoy a Papa Murphy's barbecue chicken pizza made with KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce. After the game or anytime, you can't beat the fresh ingredients and authentic flavor of a Papa Murphy's Take and Bake pizza. And you know it's baked right every time because you baked it yourself. Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton. Drop in or order online at papamurphys.com. Go Wolverines!
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton High School basketball. 3:09 to go in the third. It is 35-30 in favor of Rock Springs. At half, Riverton led 26-21, so it's a 13-4 run right now, or 14-4 run, 14-4 run for Rock Springs in the third. And this is kind of one of those things that hasn't really reared its head in a real ugly way in a while, and that is those quarters where nothing can seemingly go right for Riverton. And they've had 5 turnovers already in the quarter. It's been rough, and only the only points that they have is a 3 by Brown and a free throw by Bradley. Leesburg inbounds to Johnson. She's right on the line. She had to hold herself from falling back after she caught that ball. Johnson with it up top. Goes to Leesburg on the left. Back up top to Bradley, who's cutting up. Bradley looking inside. It's not there. She'll look to drive. Gets out to Leesburg. Leesburg for 3. No good, but she's able to get her own rebound. Put up by Jackson, no good, or at least I think it was Jackson. I'd look down to mark it, and it goes out of bounds, but it will stay with Riverton. 2:46 to go. We've had 3 lead changes. Inbound to Leesburg. Leesburg looks to drive, shoots a runner, no good. Now trying to trap SA, and they're going to get a foul, and I could have sworn that was a jump ball, but they're going to say the foul goes against Riley Johnson. That's her first, team 5th. And so we were back to having a quarter where fouls mount up. We're seeing now number 11, Ella Judd, coming back on, and We2 Cloudhorse coming in. They're going to get Fedler and Johnson respectively. Inbound, Riverton trying to press. It's beaten. Anderson going to beat Bradley to the corner of the court. Gets it back up top. Looking to swing it is Brewster back to Anderson. Anderson looking to drive, picks up a dribble, goes out to Nandrup, who's now in. Nandrup over to 21, AC. AC back to Nandrup. Nandrup kind of caught at the midway upper block. Gets out to Anderson. Anderson hands it off to Biter. Biter drives, and they're going to say that was called while shooting. Okay. So we'll go ahead and give Biter the miss. Foul goes against Leesburg. That is her first. Team 6th of the half, and Biter's going to the line shooting 2. Jump shot style free throw is up and good. Biter now 3 for 5 from the free throw line. A chance to extend this lead to 7. 36-30, 2:09 to play in the third. Biter's second free throw is up and hits everything, every bit of rim it possibly could, and missed. Judd with the rebound. Gets it to Bradley. Bradley's going to bring it up to half court and now across the timeline going to her right. She gets over to Brown. Brown back to Bradley. Bradley looking to bring it towards top of the key. Gets it to Jackson. They're looking to double team, and they're going to get AC on that. She stuck her knee out a little bit. And that is her second, team second. And just because I haven't said it, if you're trying to envision the game here on your radio, Riverton in their black with red numbers and red accents with a little white line tracing the numbers is going left to right on your radio dial. Inbound to Brown from Jackson. Try to get it back to Brown, and AC just stepped right in front of it, but it went out of bounds off of her. Not a wise pass. Get away from those extra defenders, as my coach used to say, and those being the baseline and the corner and the sidelines when a team wants to be aggressive. Inbound is done so to Bradley. Bradley coming over, gets it to Jackson. Jackson thought about the three, goes cross court to Brown. Brown for 3. I paused there because I couldn't tell if she was standing on the line and couldn't read the officials' hands. They're quickly going to bring up. Biter airballs it, and we're going to have, guess who, Harris going to the line for 2 on the offensive rebound. Excuse me, not for 2. She hits for 2, and she'll go for an and 1. She has been eating Riverton alive. 38-33. Harris with the free throw. It's up, and it's good. And she's a big, plays the post position, a big player that can score and can hit free throws really high percentage clip. So a minute 27 left in the third. It's 39-33 in favor of Rock Springs. They're taking a 30-second timeout, and so will we on KTAK.
The staff and board at the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned.
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton High School basketball. The score is Rock Springs Lady Tigers 39, Riverton Lady Wolverines 33, and this has been a quarter somewhat to forget. We do have something from the Rangers scoreboard. Let's check that out. And the Lander Valley Lady Tigers, who were up, losing 14-13 at half to Thermopolis, win 50-27. Boy, that was a high-scoring affair in the second half. Bradley now with it out of the timeout. Gets it to Judd. Judd over to Fedler on the left wing. Fedler looks to drive, does so. It's blocked. It'll go out of bounds. The person who blocked that was AC. So Fedler has struggled from the field for several weeks now, not taking the shot she used to take. And, shooters got to shoot, but her confidence is at an all-time low here from the field. They inbound it, get it all the way inside to We2 Cloud Horse, who's rejected, and away comes Rock Springs with it. Rock Springs looking to get up for court really fast, get it to Harris. Harris misses, and no foul called. First time for that in a while. For both of those things to happen, and Riverton comes away with it. Fedler now bringing it up court. She crosses the timeline, gets it to Bradley. Bradley trying to go baseline. She stopped, gets it out to Judd. Judd to Jackson. Jackson going right wing, looking to drive, does so, puts it up, no good. Rebound by Judd. Judd with a turnaround, no good. Cloud Horse puts it up and good. Nice rebounding there by a whole host of Riverton Lady Wolverines, and it's 39-35. 4-point game. Biter with it, swings, thought about a 3, then swings it over all the way, goes to Harris. Harris over to Nantrop. Nantrop looking to drive, does so, loses control of it, but goes to Harris. Harris puts it up and good. Harris is having a day. She didn't have a great day from the field originally, but she has now. And, I lost complete track of the time there. I do apologize. That's the end of 3. Long shot kind of thrown up, and it's no good. So after 3, it's 41-35 in favor of Rock Springs. Riverton will have the ball coming back for the fourth quarter. Stay tuned to KTAK.
To local news, sports, events, and more, download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton High School basketball. We start the fourth with Rock Springs holding on to a 6-point lead, 41-35 over the Riverton Lady Wolverines. Riverton will start with the ball with the fourth. They get it into Brown. Brown goes left to Engstrom. Engstrom bringing it towards the top. You've got Jackson, Cloudhorse, Johnson, Engstrom, Jackson, and Brown in the game. Johnson with a nice move, almost loses control of it, gets it to Jackson, and they're going to say she walked when she was trying to help Johnson out. Johnson just lost complete control of the ball, and that's the 6th turnover of the half. That is number 18 on the day. Rock Springs coming down the court now, going down the left side, looking to extend their lead. They get it to Biter. Biter to, can't read the number from here, number 20, Webb. Webb gets it to Nandrup. Nandrup over to Anderson. Anderson blocked by Cloudhorse, but Rock Springs gets it back, shoots a 3. No good by 24, that being Brewster, and away comes Riverton with it. 2 misses there by Rock Springs. Jackson with it, does spin move at the free throw line. Kicks out to Engstrom for a very long 2, and she's good. A very long 2. 37-41, 4-point game. Riverton in the man-to-man. They're swinging Nandrup. Nandrup over to Biter. Biter back up top to Anderson. Hands it off to Webb. Webb looking to drive in. Oh, and she's left all alone. She takes it all the way in, turned the corner off a screen, and nobody helped. Back out to a 6-point game, 43-37. Jackson bringing it over the timeline. Looking to drive, stops, pops from 3, misses everything. And it'll go out of bounds off of Jackson's shot. So we've got all sorts of substitutions, but it looks like for Riverton, the only one coming in is going to be Judd. Let's see who we got here now. Oh, Bradley coming in as well. So it's going to be Bradley, Judd, Engstrom, Johnson, and Brown for your Wolverines here with 6:27 to go and counting in the fourth quarter. 6-point lead for Rock Springs. Anderson brings it up, gets it over to Webb. Webb looking to drive. This time 3 of them help. They get it out to Biter. Biter looks to drive, and she's left all alone to take it in and score. Just defensive collapse there twice in a row. It's now an 8-point lead. Johnson inside to Judd. Judd on the low block. She stopped. She probably could have shot instead of taking that pass. She tried to find Engstrom, and she turns it over. And now looking to try and break it open. Hanson to Webb. Webb for Rock Springs goes towards the top of the key, then gets it to Hanson. Assay now. Assay gets it over to, I think that's Webb. Swung outside to Brewster. Back to Anderson. Anderson looking to drive the free throw line. Kicks it out towards the baseline 3, and they'll bring it up top. Will Webb. Webb got hit in the mouth. She wants a foul. No foul called. She's holding her lip. May be bloodied up a wee bit. And now they bring it outside. Hanson does for Rock Springs. Hanson to Webb on the left wing. Screen set for Webb's going to get cut off. Looking for the pick and roll. Doesn't work. Gets it back outside to Webb. They're in no hurry. Gets it to the top of the key to AC, who then goes to Anderson. 5:08, 5:07. Anderson swinging it to the right. That's the ball in Hanson's hands. Hanson dribbles in, kicks out to AC. AC misses, and Riverton will come. Nope, we're going to get a jump ball. Bradley just could not hold it long enough. So, and that should go in the possession area. The worst thing since Colgate decided to get in the frozen food business. That will stay over the possession area, that is, but it will stay with Rock Springs. Turnaround hook shot on the inbounds by AC is up and good. And it's 47-37. McIntosh will call a timeout. They're saying it's a 30-second. So we'll take it with them with 4:46 to play. Rock Springs 47, Riverton 37 here on KTAK.
A well-drawn-up game plan can be the difference between wins and losses. The same can be said about your mental health. Making a game plan to talk to your children can make a huge impact on them and help make them feel supported and listened to. The good news is, this winning game plan isn't hard to implement. All it takes is you starting the conversation and being ready to talk. If you need helpful resources and tools, you can visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
And welcome back to KTAK. 10-point deficit with 4:46 to play for Riverton. They held the lead by 5 to start the second half. Bradley gets the inbound. Bradley looking to come down, gets it over, gets stolen away. Nope, they're going to call push, and that is going to go against Brewster, I do believe. It is against Brewster. It's only the team third. But the bad part for them is it's her fourth. So looking at inbound, Fedler gets it to Jackson. Jackson loses control of it. And they're going to call an offensive foul against Judd, her third. And that will be team 8th. So we'll go to the line 1-1. Or nope, offensive foul. My bad. Not at all. Now, Rock Springs looking to swing around. They showed last possession. They're in no hurry with this 10-point lead as we go under 4:20. But when you give them a wide-open layup, Webb going to take it all the way down and score again. She was just left. Her defender left her. I mean, literally left her. And she just took it all the way to the basket. No help, 49-37. In the half court now, Riverton. Bradley with it up top. Bradley looking to go to her right. Does so. Gets it to Jackson on the right wing. Jackson looking inside. Now looks to take it herself baseline. Does so. Gets it stripped away and stolen. Turnover number 8 of the second half. AC now on the break. Looking to put it up. No good. And they're going to get McKay Fegler with a foul, though. That'll be her third. Team 9th. So AC, one of their players that you don't know what to expect all the time out of her. Not having the greatest day, has 5 points on the day. She is one of 7, from the field, and she misses her free throw, the front end. First free throw is missed. She is now 3 for 5 from the free throw line. Macy Brown now checking in. She'll come give Ingstrom a spell here at the 3:47 mark. AC with one more shot. Has the ball, spins it, puts it up, and misses too long. But she gets her own rebound after it gets tipped by about 13 people. Lady Tigers with it, going to the right, just burning clock at this point, 3:35, 3:34. Webb with it up top, gets it to Brewster. Brewster over to Anderson on the left wing. Anderson looks to go baseline, stops, pops out almost for a 3, decides not to take it, and they swing it all the way around to the other side to Webb. Webb brings it top of the key, gets it to Brewster. Brewster to 32. Brewster to Hanson. Hanson back to AC. They get it out to Anderson now. Anderson makes a move, gets it to AC. AC looking to drive, puts it up, no good, but there's going to be a foul. Ella Judd couldn't have done anything there as she was just giving ground. The only thing she could have done was take charge, and I don't think they let her say she was set. That's team 10th. That's Judd's 4th. So AC going to the line where she missed her last 2. First one is up and no good. So she's quickly gone from way above 50% free throw line to going way below it if she misses this one. AC gets the ball, spins it, puts the next one up, too hard again, and Jackson for Riverton comes away with the rebound. 3:03 to go, 12-point lead for the Lady Tigers of Rock Springs. Jackson's going to get called for a travel as she kind of didn't want to pass it, then kind of did, but in the whole midst of indecision, she lifted her pivot foot and changed pivot feet, and that'll be turnover number 9. 21 on the day after we had just given them praise for cutting those down. That's about where you'd want them to be with a chance to win, and they've been in this ball game the entire time except for now in the fourth. Anderson gets it swung around to her. She's going to shoot for 3. She misses. Rebound kicked out to Anderson again. She will not look to shoot a 3 as I disappear behind a post in front of me to try and get the action again. AC with it. AC swings it to Hanson. Hanson looking to drive down. She's cut off by Jackson. She swings it all the way out to Anderson. She has to just throw it up over her head to save it, and AC steps right underneath that pass. And they will look to work clock again. 2:15, 2:14. Webb with it, swinging it over to Hanson. Hanson coming off a screen, gets it over to Brewster. Gets it to Webb. Webb drives to the elbow, then kicks out to AC. AC swings it to Anderson on the right side. Screen again. Anderson uses it, stops, gets it to AC, and now they'll swing it out again. This is not exciting to watch them just kind of run and pass. It's what you can do, but it doesn't make for fun call, and I can't really paint a great picture for you. They're going to drive in, and now Webb driving in, they're going to call a foul on Brown. I don't know if that was a ticky-tack foul or if it was just frustration at them using up all this clock. Nonetheless, it will be Brown's fourth, and will send Webb to the line shooting 2, where she misses the first one. They're not shooting really great free throws here as far as Rock Springs goes, especially in the second half, and they've shot a whole bunch of them for the game. Second one up, and it is good. So 50-37, minute 44 to go. Clock ticking. Jackson brings it up. Jackson looking to go to her left, does so. Curves into the paint, puts it up, no good, and we're going to get a foul again. I think this one on Webb. It is against Webb. That's going to be her fourth, team fourth. But Jackson was shooting, so she'll go to the line for 2. Riverton giving up a run when they didn't need to. They've only scored 2 in the fourth quarter. First shot is on the way, and it is good. So 50-38, 12-point game. Chance to cut it to 11, but with really not a lot of time left. Jackson puts the second one up, and that's good. That's her first 2 points of the second half. Inbounded, Riverton was showing a press. Now they're not, and now Rock Springs had numbers, but they're content just to bring it up and get it to Anderson and use clock. Anderson swings it to Brewster. Brewster over to Hanson. Hanson back to Anderson. There's everything well away from the basket. They're in no hurry, and there's Macy Brown with a foul, and she holds her hands to her cheeks as if she didn't know what that foul was for, but it looked to me like they were trying to foul maybe on purpose. Nonetheless, Macy Brown has now been disqualified from the game. That was her 5th, and it will lead to 2 shots for Webb. Webb on the day is 1 of 2 from the free throw line. She gets the ball, puts the first one up, hits off a lot of iron, but it does go through eventually. And it's 51-39 in favor of Rock Springs. Second of 2 on the way, and good. 52-39. We've got a timeout on the floor. Let's see who called it. Timeout is going to be by Rock Springs. It's a full one with 1:19 to go in the game. So we'll take it with them. Your score right now, Lady Tigers 52, Riverton Lady Wolverines 39. We'll be right back on KTAK.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube oil and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
At some point, everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians.
Wear light clothing. Walk on a pathway instead of the road.
Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone. Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stands.
And welcome back to KTAK. Riverton ball out of that full timeout by Rock Springs. They trail, does Riverton 52-39, as we're now under a minute and 15 to play. Fegler bringing it up is going to go left. Fegler picks up a dribble, goes back up top to Bradley. Bradley over to Engstrom. Engstrom looking to drive, goes to Judd. Back out to Engstrom. Engstrom taking a look, tries to go inside to Judd, and turnover again. Someone cutting away and trying to hit a pass where they weren't. So Rock Springs will bring it up, and based on what they've done the past 2 times down the floor, unless Riverton's going to foul, and they are. Now, I'm kind of confused about this because Riverton wasn't trying three-pointers. They weren't trying to go with a sense of urgency. That's going to go against Bradley, the foul is, and that'll send Anderson the line shooting 2. I just don't get, I mean, she ran right up to her and threw a hip into her. That was definitely a foul on purpose usually to elongate the game, but you're down by 14 after this first one's made. So I'm kind of confused about what the plan is here because Riverton didn't look like there were any kind of urgency on their side of the ball. Anderson puts the second one up. It's missed. Rebound by Rock Springs, though. That is where they have made a lot of damage, has been on the offensive glass, and Rock Springs will bring it out with 40 seconds left. Doesn't look like anybody's looking to foul right off the bat. Stolen by Jackson. Nice pass as it was going to Anderson. Jackson anticipated, took it away. She misses on the layup attempt, and Rock Springs comes away with it. They get it up to AC as she brings it over the timeline with 21 seconds to go and counting. AC back up top to Hanson. Hanson looking to come towards the free throw line. Now she'll circle back out. She'll get it to Anderson with 12 seconds. They're going to be very content just to run this clock out. They swing over to AC with 5 seconds. She'll just hold on to it. She'll take a couple dribbles to break the 5-second call. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that is the ball game. Final score here from Rock Springs High School. Rock Springs Lady Tigers 53. Riverton Lady Wolverines 39. We'll be right back with the Wyoming DOT Click It or Ticket post-game show here on KTAK.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
From the field, to the court, to the pool, and beyond, Fremont County athletes give their blood, sweat, and tears for their teammates and community. Why compromise that with alcohol or marijuana? Help your athlete make the most of their playing time by avoiding the dangers and impact that substance use can have on their performance and future. For more resources and information, visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
And welcome to the Click It or Ticket post-game show here on KTAK. It is senior night here tonight, and they're going to be honoring cheerleaders and dance team, and then the girls team, and then the boys team seniors. So we're going to take a little bit of an elongated break so we can go get a little water or something like that, and so that we don't have to just bore you with our talking, because there's only so much we can say here on the Click It or Ticket post-game shows. First, on the Rock Springs Lady Tigers, who won 53-39 over your Lady Wolverines. The final score tallies look like this. Harris leads all scores in the game with 15. Anderson finishes with 9. Not Anderson. Webb finishes with 9. With 7 is Anderson. With 5, tied 3 players, Hanson, Acey, and Biter. With 1 point, actually, only 1, Brewster. So those were your scores for them. And now for your Riverton Wolverines. First, your Papa Murphy's player of the game. Finishing with 12 points on the day, tied for the lead of top scorers for Riverton. Macy Brown, the senior, finishes with 12 points and is the Papa Murphy's player of the game. Tied with her at 12 points is Paisley Jackson, who finishes with 12 as well. Then the third leading scorer for Riverton, they had some spread scoring, something we've been watching for all year. Ella Judd, who is going to be our Gatorade player of the day. The thirst quencher, as y'all know, I give that out to someone who really hustles, who does a lot of things that don't show up in the stat book. But today, Ella Judd with a high scoring day for her of 8, where she was also 80% from the field. So great job by our Papa Murphy's player of the game and our Gatorade thirst quencher player of the game, Macy Brown and Ella Judd, respectively. The rest of the stats for Riverton are not a whole lot. Cloud Horse, Morton, both finished with 2, Bradley with 1, and that's kind of your scoring. The field goal percentage went down, and when you look at field goals, in the second half, Riverton only hit 4 field goals. They hit 4 field goals, and they were 3 of 4 from the line, only going to the line 4 times. Conversely, 2, 3, 15 free throws attempted by Rock Springs. On the day, they attempted 28. On the day, Riverton attempted 6. So definitely a foul disparity there as far as the calls. They called it extremely tight in the first and extremely tight seemingly in the third. Then the second, they didn't call it a whole lot at all. And then the fourth, they called kind of where you want them to call. But they're having senior night right now. We want to thank Wyoming DOT and Click It or Ticket for their post-game sponsorship. Again, your final here from Rock Springs in the first of the 2 games we will be covering. Riverton Lady Wolverines fall by 14, 39-53 to Rock Springs. Congratulations to our Papa Murphy's player of the game, Macy Brown, and our Gatorade Thirst Quencher player of the game, Ella Judd. Also, just one thing of note, one of the interesting things they do here at Rock Springs is they honor a sportsmanship player after every game. And this is done by Rock Springs staff and whatnot, and they name it. And they name one for each team. So congratulations go to Riley Johnson, who was also named the sportsman of the game, or sportswoman of the game. We'll be right back in a few minutes. We're going to transition from the Click It or Ticket postgame show right into the Hampton Inn Suites pregame show here on KTAK.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
It's more than clocking in or collecting a paycheck. We are a network of caring professionals who want to be here, dedicated to serving our communities. We are Sage West Healthcare, our 2 campus hospitals in Riverton and Lander. We take pride in our region, our people, and our communities. Located in beautiful central Wyoming, filled with natural recreation in our own backyard. We are neighbors caring for neighbors, a community caring for its own. We are Sage West. We are recruiting the best, like you.
Are you a caring person that wants to help but not sure where to go? Wyoming Senior Citizen Inc. is looking for caregivers across the state. Call 307-856-6880 to find out more information. They would like to wish all Fremont County athletes good luck this year.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Wyoming Community Bank is ready to serve you. Stop in at any one of their branches located in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois. A bank that is owned and operated by the locals of Fremont County. Wyoming Community Bank. They're here to help you.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit landergambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Hometown Freedom Healthcare, making healthcare great. Providing coverage in family medicine, women's health, pediatrics, and mental health. Meet providers Tara Blumenshine and Adina Vasco and Jessica Rodriguez. Come see us at Hometown Freedom Healthcare, locally owned, 463-0541.
Natural Health Solutions offers treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton High School basketball. It is now time for the Hampton Inn Suites pregame show as the boys are ready to take the court. So going against Rock Springs, Riverton comes in at 16-2 overall, 3-0 in the West. Rock Springs is in second place in the quadrant as they are 10-8 overall, 2-1 in the West. This past week, Riverton defeated Evanston 56-43. And we also had Rock Springs beating Jackson 56-38. So that's a big difference between how Riverton faced against Jackson and whatnot. So Riverton also defeated Green River 60-49. Rock Springs defeated tomorrow's opponent for Riverton, Kelly Walsh, 60-51. As we look up and down the roster at this Rock Springs Tiger team, the ones to watch out for are definitely number 2, David DeBoer, right at 15 points per game. Dalton Thomas at 13.8 per game. And then they also have a couple other guys who will get 5 or 6 points. But those are your 2 big point scorers, Thomas and DeBoer. As far as rebounds go per game, again, Dalton Thomas at 6.4, and again, David DeBoer with 4.3 per game. But they also have Trenton Butcher, who I'd heard honored on senior night, at 4.7, and Sam Lionberger at 4.1. As far as assists, that goes to David DeBoer at 4.4. He also leads one of the leading steal getters on steals per game in the entire state at getting 3.2 per game. This is a team that's going to look to play solid defense and hit the boards. As far as Riverton goes, we know what to expect. It's going to be aggressive, in-your-face, half-court defense for the most part, occasionally showing a little bit of a press. Occasionally they've once or twice fallen back into a zone just to confuse. But generally speaking, aggressive man-to-man, it's their identity. Parker Paxson, leading scorer. Derek DeVries, the other leading scorer. Derek, a little more hit or miss. He's either going for 15 or he's going for 4. But there's a lot of guys. Any guy really in the starting lineup, all the way to the 7th or 8th guy, can put in valuable minutes and score a lot. It will not surprise to see Vincent with 10. Derek and Parker we know about. Ty Sheets 6 to 8. McIntosh, as he did last game, finishing with a season high 9. Hutchinson scoring at will at times. Of course, 2 games ago, he finished with 17 and was a player of the game. So they can get a lot of points from a lot of places. Of course, their defensive substitutions almost as important as their offensive ones. Sheets and Drevin Monroe, usually the ones coming off the bench and giving offensive, but how can Lucas come in and play extremely good defense, especially Houck, who's usually asked to guard a guy who's 2, 3, 4 inches taller than him. We do have a final score again. I gave it during the postgame show, but if you're tuning in for the boys game, here on the Hampton Inn Suites pregame show on KTAK, Lander downs Thermopolis. The Lady Bobcats fall to the Lady Tigers of Lander Valley, 50-27. And boy, oh boy, was there a lot of points scored in the second half. Because at half it was 14-13 in favor of Thermopolis. So probably a great, exciting game. If you're looking to follow the boys' game there, you can find that on KFCW with Sean O'Braid on the call. I didn't say Ernie Over. If Ernie Over's listening to me or listening to Sean, hopefully Sean said something. Ernie, being a Central Wyoming College board member, was down in Cheyenne. He got as close as Casper. Then the road was closed, so they got him a hotel for the night. I don't know now that it opened up a couple hours ago if he decided to come home, but we wish Ernie all the best in his trek home that he's currently on or the trek home he's going to take tomorrow. You can listen to the Lander Valley feed, though, with Sean on KFCW. You can also listen to the Thermopolis feed with Kevin and Travis on different Kevin, not the same Travis as last year, on KDNO. And we do have Shoshone against Grable. That should be pretty deep into the boys' game now on KWYW. And the reason we have that game on is that we want to bring you a basketball game from the county and get someone we normally don't get to when the Wyoming Lady Chiefs and Chiefs had their game down in Saratoga canceled due to road conditions. So our keys to the game brought to you buy the Ranger newspaper. If you're not a subscriber, call them today. If you ask for Kevin, I'll give you a good deal there. But call today and subscribe. The Ranger keys to the games are really simple. You've heard me say this too, but not the same as the girls, but very much similar. Riverton is going to get the best shot Rock Springs has to offer. In this quadrant, right now, they are the quote-unquote 2 seed when we get to Western Regionals. And Riverton being the 1. They are the closest team to them in the quadrant. They're a team that would like to win the battle of South Pass, if you will. But you're going to get your best game against anybody. You know you're going to get it with Rock Springs. They've showed some times where they played opponents better than Riverton has. That doesn't usually mean a whole lot, but they have some confidence. So the key to the game, really the one key, the only key, is Riverton needs to go by UBU. In other words, they're going to do what Riverton does. Aggressive defense, forcing turnovers, hitting shots, great shot selection, atrocious defense if you're a Rock Springs fan to be facing, getting blocks, altering shots, and making the best players, in this case, as I mentioned earlier, being DeBoer and Thomas, making them extremely uncomfortable at doing the things they want to do. We've seen that time and time by Riverton where they have forced an inside guy or an outside guy to play the exact opposite of where they want to play, just being a nuisance in their head. So Riverton, just UBU, and everything should work out just fine. So we want to thank the Rangers for sponsoring Keys to the Game. We'll be back in just one moment for the Sutherland starting lineups here on KTAK.
If your vehicle needs repair, you can depend on the crew at Extra Care Auto Repair. They can repair almost anything with wheels, gas, diesel, domestic, or import, and their work is top quality and reliable. Extra Care Auto Repair on North Federal in Riverton.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Snyder Signature Properties would like to give a huge shout out to the local sports of Fremont County. They are here to support your team and your local home real estate needs. Call today to see how Snyder Signature Properties can help you buy and sell your next property. Good luck to all Fremont County athletes.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help. In Lander and Riverton.
Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
And welcome back to the Hampton Inn Suites pregame show here on KTAK. It is now time for the Sutherland starting lineups. First for the home team, number 2 for the Rock Springs Tiger, number 2, David DeBoer. Number 3, Dalton Thomas. Number 10, Cale Anderson. Number 13, Javon Newman. and number 23, Trenton Butcher. For your Riverton Wolverines, senior number 0, Jason Vincent. Junior number 1, Derek DeVries. Senior number 5, Cade Gabrielson. Junior number 12, Parker Paxson. And senior number 14, Nathan Hutchison. Thank you, Sutherlands, for that. And we want to thank Hampton Inn as well, as we'll go right to tip-off. The Wolverines are in their dark red, almost maroon, almost like South Carolina Gamecock maroon, and black numbers with white accents around the numbers and tracing some of the black. Rock Springs in the white with orange numbers. Tip is going to be won by Rock Springs. Riverton will be going right to left on your radio dial. Swinging around up top to Newman. Guarded by Paxton. They go inside, back out to Newman. Newman swinging around. I'm going to have some fun with Seinfeld references at some point on Newman. DeBoer now with it. He's guarded by Vincent. No shot there. Leading scorer guarded by Jason Vincent. He gives it up. They swing it back around to Butcher. Butcher looking inside. He's guarded ferociously by DeVries. Getting inside to Anderson. He goes up and under on Gabrielson and scores 2-0 Rock Springs. Paxton Gabrielson passing it back and forth as it looks like they're trying to set up a trap is Rock Springs. Paxton looking to go towards the baseline, does so. Now he is trapped. He's going to cross court to Derek DeVries, who will go baseline. Looks to put it up, and we're going to get tight fouls, it seems, again this game. Foul is going against the guy who just scored, Anderson. That's his first, team first, and it will lead to an inbounds play. Derek DeVries will be spotted up inbounding to the right of his basket as we see it. To the right of the basket, and it seems like every single Riverton player is on a block near the free throw line. They're running their play. Inbound to Paxton, low pass, but he's able to easily corral it. Swings it to Hutchison. Hutchison now going towards top of the key with his dribble. Goes left to Vincent. Vincent on the left wing, comes back to top, goes for Paxton. Paxton is hit and hammered. But they don't call the foul there. Almost a turnover, but he's able to get it. No, over and back is deflected to Vincent. Vincent out to DeVries. DeVries a long three, no good. Hutchison left all alone. Hutchison was for the rebound. Gets it easily, puts it back up and good. 2-2. All tied up here. Nicely done by Nathan there on the rebound. Looking to drive. They do. They put it up, no good. That was Newman with the miss, but we're going to get a foul. This one is going against number 21, Parker Paxton, his first, team first of the half. And that's going to send Newman to the line, shooting 2. First one is on its way. It is good. 3-2 in favor of Rock Springs here. I really hope they let them play. I mean, regardless of outcome, let them play a little bit. But that was a legit foul on Paxton. But the one that Derek got called in his favor probably wasn't. Second free throw up on its way and good. 4-2. They are trying to set up a bit of a zone trap press, and they're going to steal it after Kate Gabrielson received the pass and tried to get it across court. And it's going to go up and under, and they're going to call number 3 they're going to get the and 1. But here's the really bad part. That's foul number 2 against Paxton. Leading scorer now for Riverton now has 2 quick ones, and there was no need to do it. He gave a little shove in the back. That's going to be called every time, and there was nothing he could do to change the play. So he comes out for Ty Sheets. Free throw on the way by Thomas is up and good. He's got 3, and it's 7-2 in favor of Rock Springs. Gabrielson with it now, gets it to Vincent across the timeline. That also will embolden their press as Parker's pretty much unpressable. Hutchison with it now on the wing. He's trapped. They get to Gabrielson. Gabrielson going right back to Sheets. This will probably see Sheets with more of the ball as far as bringing the ball up the court. Hutchison to Gabrielson, back out to Ty Sheets. Ty Sheets looking to drive, going up with a layup. He's blocked, and it's going to be a jump ball. Went over for the layup, no good. Jump ball is going to go over to the visitor side. Riverton will maintain it. The possession arrow being in their favor. Couldn't think of anything worse right now. DeVries being thrown it around. Gets to Hutchison on the right elbow. Hutchison looking to drive. Tries to. Gets bodied. Loses control. They'll call it a turnover. So now all of a sudden they're not calling it tight. I'm quite confused here. Newman with it. Gets it over to Anderson. Anderson swings over to DeBoer, who goes inside out. But the out this time was, they're going to call an offensive foul, actually. So now they're calling it tight again. That's going to go against Butcher. That's his first, team second, both teams with 2 fouls. And we're now seeing Hunter Houck coming in for Hutchinson. And, of course, Sheets came in for Paxton. Gabrielson now gets the inbounds, goes back to Sheets. Sheets thought he was going to take over the timeline, but he stopped. They get to Gabrielson, who gets past the timeline, to DeVries. DeVries spins. They try to go for the steal. He goes up for the layup, and good. That's the one thing they can take advantage of if they beat this pressure, is there's not a lot of guys on the back end of it. Butcher with it now. He gets it over to DeBoer, who pops out for a 3 and airballs everything. And so it'll go over to Riverton as it went out of bounds on the shot. Gabrielson inbounds to Sheets. DeBoer kind of the head of the press. This time they faded back. Gets out to DeVries. DeVries a 3, no good. Rebound by Vincent. Vincent gets it back out to DeVries. Now we've got it on the floor as they were trying to get it inside, and we're going to get a possession arrow again. This one will go back to Rock Springs. The possession arrow, the worst thing since putting peanut butter and jelly in the same jar. Our cameraman disagrees. He loves it. But he's 13, so he loves anything I buy for him. Ha! DeBoer now bringing it up. Actually, Newman bringing it up, and he's going to get called for a carry. So, in my best Kramer voice, which I don't have one, Newman! Newman with the turnover there with 4:37 to go. Rock Springs leads by 3. Dale has now checked in, and we're going to have turnover number 2 against Riverton, but they're going to get an over and back, so turnover number 2 against Rock Springs. So I'm kind of confused, and so is DeBoer on that, as it being over and back. Vincent and Hutchison now coming back in. I'm guessing they're going to come get DeVries and Houck, but I could be wrong. And now the refs are going to discuss some things. So while they discuss it, we'll take a break and be right back on KTAK.
When you purchase your car, do you know if you got the best payment possible? The answer is probably no. Oftentimes, your loan is packed with additional charges that can drive your monthly payment higher than it should be, costing you thousands of dollars more for your car. Hi, this is Patty, and here is your second chance to get the payment you deserve. Visit Atlantic City Federal Credit Union today for a courtesy loan review. We've helped our members save money by refinancing their vehicle with us. Now it's your turn. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
And welcome back to KTAK. They reversed the call, so it'll stay with Rock Springs. They lead by 3 and have the ball. Handing it off to Butcher. Butcher back to DeBoer. Vincent went for the steal, but DeBoer goes baseline, puts it up and good. Got to be real careful there when you're going for a steal against a player that quality. Bringing it up quickly is Riverton. Almost stolen away by Hutchison. Hutchison to Houck. Houck back to Hutchison. Hutchison on the right, goes to Houck on the right, back up to Hutchison towards half court, to Dale, to Sheets, swinging all the way around to Houck. Houck out to Hutchison. Hutchison looks to drive, gets it to Sheets. Sheets for 3, no good, rebound by Vincent. Vincent brings it out, looks to reset things, gets it to Hutchison at the elbow. Hutchison to Vincent, Vincent over to Houck. Houck from the baseline out to Dale. Dale over to Sheets. Sheets on the right side, back up top to Dale, swings all the way around to the left to Vincent. Vincent cross court to Dale. Dale looking inside, nothing there, takes one dribble, goes back to Vincent. Vincent looking to drive, gets it out to Dale to Hutchison. Hutchison guarded by Newman. Hutchison almost loses control of it, does lose control of it, and we hit the floor, and we're going to get another. They're going to say a 30-second timeout by Coach Sheets in time with 3:12 to go in the first. So we'll take that 30 seconds with them. It is 9-4 in favor of the Tigers of Rock Springs here on KTAK.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton High School basketball. A reminder, if you're driving down the road and you're about home and you want to watch this game, remember to check out YO Today's YouTube page. And if you're getting ready to leave the house, go out to eat or something like that, flip on KTAK while you're driving, or just download the app and you can do everything you need to do from there. So timeout by Sheets there as it was about to go to jump ball. Inbounded. The story of the game right now is not so much the 5-point deficit, it's that Paxton had 2 fouls in the first 2 minutes and will ride the pine for quite a bit, I have a feeling. Dale has it out of the timeout, gets up top to Vincent. Vincent looks to his right and then goes to his right with Dale. Dale going cross court to Gabrielson. Into Hutchinson. Hutchinson from the elbow. He loves that shot, as we said last week, and he has 4 now. 9-6 in favor of Rock Springs still. Hutchinson from the elbow is quite prolific. Swinging it around, they've got Anderson. Anderson gets it to Newman, Newman looking inside for Thomas. Thomas puts it up, no good. They call a travel anyway, though, before it, and that'll be turnover number 2 since they reversed the last one. So coming back in is DeVries. He'll come get Hauk. And Hauk is going to the end of the bench, I think, to get some water. He is. And actually, now he's got to go through the bench. Paxton coming back to check in. That's interesting. He's not in yet, but he's checking in. Dale now with it over the half-court line. To DeVries. DeVries going cross-court to Gabrielson. Almost too high, but Cade skied up to get it. Going over to Hutchinson, who intercepted a pass meant for an open DeVries. Going inside to Gabrielson. Back out to DeVries. DeVries looking to split 2 defenders. He does so, and they're going to get called for a foul as they had the ball at first and then got armed. So the foul is going against number 20. That is Widener, who's now in the game, or Wiedner. That's team 3rd. And Paxton is checking back in. So it'll be interesting to see what he does here. We saw Hutchinson in a couple of games get trusted not to get that third critical foul in the first half. Let's see what Parker can do. Inbounded. Gabrielson now with it up top. He looks to go through a screen by Hutchinson. Hands it to DeVries. DeVries bringing it up top. Gets it to Hutchinson, and Hutchinson almost lost it. Almost similar to what we saw on the girls. Guy cutting and then passing where he was. Going inside as DeVries would drive. Hits Gabrielson for 3. No good. And away will come Rock Springs with the rebound. Newman is going to bring it over the timeline. He's guarded by Paxton. Paxton's got to be careful. Gets it to DeBoer. DeBoer guarded by Vincent. Swings it over to Butcher, who also gets it over to Widener. Back up top, they wind up with DeBoer on the left wing with it. He goes off a screen by Newman, trying to beat Vincent. Gives it back to Newman. Paxton, you can see they're backed way off. Luckily, Newman misses his little stop and jump, but Paxton didn't want to give them any reason to call anything. He's going to go all the way inside. Paxton puts it up and good. His first 2 of the day. And it's now 8-9, 9-8 with 57 seconds left in the first quarter. Swinging it around is Rock Springs. Derek DeVries steps in front of the pass. He's going to try and go coast to coast. He does! Derek DeVries gives Riverton the lead, 10-9. Quickly, Rock Springs brings it up, and they get it to Newman. Newman goes to Anderson. Anderson looking to drive baseline. He's got it, puts it up, and 1. Fouls against Gabrielson. His first, team 3rd. And it'll send Anderson to the line shooting 1. Gabrielson gets checked out in favor of Sheets. It's 10-9. 10-9 here. All right, they haven't changed the score on the scoreboard. His free throw's up and no good. So down will come Riverton. They are down 11-9. They still have not changed the scoreboard. Swinging it to Hauk, who's checked in as well. Hauk back up to DeVries. DeVries to Paxton with 15 seconds left. Typical Bo Sheets going to hold here for that last shot. 10 seconds. Paxton hands to DeVries. 8 seconds. DeVries looking to break down his man. He goes into the paint. He's going to put it up and good with 3 seconds left. Quickly getting it inbounds and shooting a shot that was on target but just a little bit short was Newman. No good from 3. So at the end of 1, it is 12-11 in favor of Riverton. Told you, they get everybody's best shot, but they've hung in there even with Paxton with 2 fouls quickly. We'll be right back with the second quarter here on KTAK.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there. Papa Murphy's is proud to sponsor this week's Player of the Game. For a limited time, enjoy a Papa Murphy's barbecue chicken pizza made with KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce. After the game or anytime, you can't beat the fresh ingredients and authentic flavor of a Papa Murphy's Take and Bake pizza. And you know it's baked right every time because you baked it yourself. Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton. Drop in or order online at papamurphys.com. Go Wolverines!
And welcome back to KTAK and Riverton High School basketball. Riverton, after 1, leads 12-11, and we'll start with the ball. Student section now standing up on the far side for Rock Springs. Paxton gets it to DeVries. DeVries looking to drive. Has to kick out to Hutchison. Hutchison fakes the 3. Dribbles in. Shoots from the elbow. No good. He loves that shot, but usually he gets it when he's just standing. This time he had to create. Threw his momentum off a little bit, I do believe. All right, DeBoer has it on the right side. He's going to go inside to Butcher. Butcher inside to Thomas. Thomas is going to, there's going to be a jump ball called. Vincent got in there and grabbed it. It will stay with Rock Springs with 7:27 to go in the first half. It looks like it will be DeBoer inbounding. DeBoer tries to go inside, does so. Missed shot by 21, put back up by Thomas, and 1. Missed by 23. Butcher missed it, then Thomas got it, put it back up, and good. So he'll get to go for and 1 here. And foul was against Cade Gabrielson. That's his second, team 4th. Thomas, second leading scorer, has for Rock Springs, has 5 today as he misses the free throw. He is 1 for 2 on free throws. DeVries skies up for the rebound and will bring it all the way up past half court by himself. Goes to Paxton. Paxton looking to break down. Pass out to Gabrielson. Up top to Hutchison. Hutchison going right wing to Vincent. Vincent looking to break down. Drives. Takes his steps. Puts it up. No good. Just left a little short. Was harassed by 3 different guys, but had to look. 23. I keep missing who that is. Butcher going all the way. He's blocked. And away will come Riverton. Gabrielson to DeVries. DeVries on the left wing looking to go baseline. It's there. Puts it up. No good. But he does get fouled in the process. Foul going against Butcher. That's his second, team 4th. So DeVries will go to the line shooting 2. He is Riverton's leading scorer. In fact, he leads all scorers with 6. Now make that 7. Coming into the game is Newman again. He's coming in for Butcher. Your starters for Riverton are in. DeVries puts the second one up, misses that one though, and Rock Springs will come away with it. Thomas gets on the outlet pass and is going to go all the way and lay it up. That's just too easy, and it's 15-13 in favor of Rock Springs now. We're having lead changes galore. Vincent cross court to Gabrielson, over to DeVries on the right wing. DeVries looking to drive. Hutchison acting like he's going to set a screen, but doesn't. Going to the post to Vincent. Vincent on the low block goes out to Paxton. Paxton looking to drive. Gets it out to DeVries for an open look at 3. No good. Gabrielson along with the rebound, though. Put up by Cade, and it's up and good. Tied up at 15. Bringing it up is Patterson, now newly in. Patterson with the ball goes into Thomas. Thomas going up for the dunk, and he's blocked by Derek DeVries. DeVries brings all the way up court, gets it Hutchison to Gabrielson. Gabrielson on the right baseline, far baseline from us. Brings up top to DeVries. DeVries rubs off a screen, looks to drive, goes in, puts it up, and what's the call? Foul's going to be offensive against DeVries. I didn't think he was set, but it was close. Derek may have lowered his shoulder there. So that's Derek's first. It's team 5th. Bringing up is Newman. He gets it to DeBoer. DeBoer right on the three-point line. Goes inside to Thomas. And DeVries on top of him, but Thomas is able to muscle it up and good. 17-15. And so far, this is the most successful first half we've seen out of a big against Riverton's pressure defense. He is using every ounce of his muscle. Vincent with it, gets it to Gabrielson. Gabrielson for 3. No good. Away comes Rock Springs with the rebound. Looking to push it. They get it out to Stauffer. Stauffer goes to Newman. Newman spins, puts it up. No good. Thomas with the rebound, up and good. So Thomas now has 8 in the quarter. And it's 19-15. Quickly up to Paxson. Paxson for 3. No good. 4:40 to go. 19-15. Rock Springs got the rebound, and they're looking to extend their lead back out. Stauffer has it. He's going to his right. Goes to Patterson. Patterson almost loses it. Then gets it deflected away on his pass attempt by Derek. DeVries there, and here comes Hauk and Sheets. One of the things that we notice is I do not see well, I think I do actually. I think he's sitting with the coaches in civvies, Drevin Monroe, who would normally be coming in now. They get it inside to Thomas. Jason Vincent strips it away. It hits off Thomas and goes out of bounds for their 3rd turnover of the day. 2 by Riverton, 3 by Rock Springs. Relatively clean game played as far as turnovers go. Gabrielson brings it up, gets it to Hauk on the left wing. Hauk brings it up to the upper right wing, or left wing, swings over to Ty Sheets, back to Hauk at the elbow. Hauk back pass out to Sheets. Sheets to Hauk, back to Sheets. Sheets brings it towards center, goes to the left wing to Vincent. Vincent to Hauk on the elbow. He goes out to Sheets. Sheets looking to drive, puts up a 10-footer, good. First 2 points for Sheets makes it a 2-point game. 19-17 Rock Springs. Parker barking out instructions at the defense as Rock Springs gets it to Newman. He's guarded by Gabrielson. They get it down to Patterson around the baseline. Back out to Newman, to DeBoer up top. He's going to shoot a 3. No good. They had position for the rebound, but they couldn't get it. And away comes Riverton with it. Bounce pass, a long bounce pass to Paxson. He gets it to Vincent. Vincent takes it up and in. No good. They're going to call that just a block. Looked clean, and quickly Rock Springs going up the court. They almost lost on their own baseline, but they get the rebound. Now DeBoer drives baseline, up and good. A lot of chaos there, but nonetheless, they're able to score, and it's 21-17, 3:07 to go in the half. Paxson on long cross-court pass. He's going to lose it, something Paxson doesn't do a lot of, and they're going to hit Stauffer, who should have a wide-open layup, but he couldn't corral the pass, and he loses it out of bounds. Eli Lucas coming in now, seeing his first action of the day. So that's probably going to be the whole rotation off the bench. Has now seen some action with Monroe and Civvies. We don't know why. We won't speculate. Hauk from the elbows. They're swinging around to DeVries, who's open for 3, and he barely catches the rim. Sheets trying to save it from going out of bounds. He loses control of it, and we've got a foul on the fast break against Riverton. Foul is going to go. Let's see who it's against. Guy hit the dirt. Foul's going against DeVries. That's his second. Team 6th. They're going to say there was no shot there. So, but we are going to have timeout with 2:39 to go in the first half. First 30-second timeout called by Rock Springs. We'll take it with them and be right back. Rock Springs leads Riverton by 4 here on KTAK.
The staff and board at the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the Wyo Today app now.
Out of the timeout, DeBoer inbounds to Thomas, who hands it back to DeBoer. He goes baseline, up and under, lays it up good. So now we're starting to see what makes this kid so special. 23-17, 6-point lead. Sheets with it right now. Riverton just looks discombobulated. Swinging it over to Lucas on the left wing. He's going to shoot from 19 feet. Misses. DeVries with the rebound, up and good. DeVries nicely with the rebound after Lucas took a shot that's probably not considered his wheelhouse. Although in JV he can hit it, so give the boys some credit. 23-19, 2:07 to play in the half. Rock Springs with the 4-point lead. DeVries on, let's see who that is. That's DeBoer. Jason Vincent now out, so it makes sense that DeVries would go on him. Gets it over to Patterson. Patterson guarded by Sheets. Gets it over to Anderson and back to DeBoer. Finds Patterson wide open underneath, and he misses. Rebound is by Newman, and we're going to get a jump ball. Caused by Houck there. Nicely done by him. And the possession arrow, which is a horrible, horrible invention. They should just jump it up, but it will go to Riverton. See, Hutchison is back in. Quick long pass to DeVries from Paxton. He looked to drive down, and he's going to throw it away. Let it drive down, then throw it away. DeBoer goes coast to coast and good. DeBoer now with 8. 25-19, back out to a 6-point lead with 1:26 left in the half. They get it up to Sheets. Sheets fake the three, and now they're going to get a little touchy foul off of DeBoer here. I didn't see much of anything, but no, kid was having fun and having success, so why not, I guess. Team 5th against the Tigers. Sheets will come out now as, let's see who came in. Jason Vincent comes back in. One of those two is going to be on DeBoer, I have a feeling, all night. Paxton to DeVries. DeVries from the left corner, drives in, pops from 15, no good. Away with the rebound comes Rock Springs. Looking to drive is Patterson, and he gets stripped by Jason Vincent. And there's actually some fans who are like, come on, don't do that. Paxton now looking to drive, puts it up, no good. Let's see what they're going to call. No, they're going to point to, he's got inbounds, so the shot wouldn't have counted. Foul is going to go against Newman with the block. That's his first, team 6. So now any foul by either team is going to lead to some free throws. Houck comes out, and in comes Gabrielson for him. Paxton will inbound to our right of his basket. Looking deep. He's got nobody, and he's going to get a 5-second call. Nobody came for the ball, and that's turnover number 5. Both teams with 5. And that was just a mistake on everybody but the inbounder. You've got to try and get open for him. So inbounded by Rock Springs with under a minute to go, 53 seconds, and a 6-point lead, looking to stretch out to their largest lead of the day. Patterson now with it, comes up to the top of the key, hands it off to Newman. Newman guarded by Paxton, looks for a cutting DeBoer, had him, but it's going to bounce out of bounds. And now the fans are going to get mad and say that was touched by Riverton. It wasn't. It didn't change direction, and they changed the call. That's just ridiculous. And I hate to call out officials. I don't like to do that. But there was no change in the ball, and the ref, who was at half court on the other side, called it. Inbound to Thomas, and they're going to get a late whistle and call it and 1. So that's team number 7 against Hutchison, but his first, so team 7th. But Thomas will go to the line looking to extend the lead. It's now 27-19, and the free throw by Thomas is up and good, and he's had a whale of a second quarter. 28-19, 9 points. I have very few doubts that, DeVries is going to drive right in and get blocked. Thomas gets away with the rebound. Not typical of this team that usually would go all the way. DeBoer misses. Rebound by Thomas is no good, but he gets fouled. So, foul is against Paxton, his 3rd. Not what you needed, Parker. Team 8th. Paxton's definitely, and he's talking with the official. We're seeing a free throw disparity here again. Thomas puts the first one up and good. We'll give that to you on the CWC halftime show. And now it's a 10-point lead, 29-19 with 25 seconds left. Second one on the way, no good. Hutchinson with a rebound, gets elbowed in the head, and no call. Why not? Hutchinson looking to drive, goes behind his back. He's going to lose control of it, but he's able to get it back. Goes to Gabrielson at the free throw line. Gabrielson out to DeVries with 10 seconds left. DeVries to Sheets. Hands it to DeVries with 6 seconds. DeVries looking to go around, gets it to Sheets with 3 seconds. Sheets going to lose it. It's going to end with it on the floor here. And just not a good last possession. Sheets cannot be happy with it, but we'll be right back at half. It's 29-19 in favor of Rock Springs. We'll be right back with the CWC halftime show right after this.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
A well-drawn-up game plan can be the difference between wins and losses. The same can be said about your mental health. Making a game plan to talk to your children can make a huge impact on them and help make them feel supported and listened to. The good news is, this winning game plan isn't hard to implement. All it takes is you starting the conversation and being ready to talk. If you need helpful resources and tools, you can visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube oil and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
At some point, everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians. Wear light clothing. Walk on a pathway instead of the road.
Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone. Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stand.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
From the field, to the court, to the pool, and beyond, Fremont County athletes give their blood, sweat, and tears for their teammates and community. Why compromise that with alcohol or marijuana? Help your athlete make the most of their playing time by avoiding the dangers and impact that substance use can have on their performance and future. For more resources and information, visit FremontCountyPrevention.com. A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
And welcome to the Central Wyoming College halftime show here on KTAK. At the half, it is Rock Springs Tigers 29, Riverton Wolverines 19. 10-point lead for Rock Springs. And it's looked kind of different here as far as how things have gone. But the second quarter was very telling. Things that we don't expect. You remember during the Ranger Keys of the game, I said that UBU, Riverton, had to be themselves, and they've been anything but. First quarter, they led by 1 at the end of, but then they gave up a run of 18-7, and now find themselves down by 10. You got to look no further than this tail of the tape. Two things. One is Rock Springs has gone the line 8 times to Riverton's twice. From that line, they're 5 of 8, or 62.5%. Riverton's 50% from the free throw line. But even the bigger thing, both teams have shot 25 from the field. The difference is Rock Springs is hitting 48% of those. Riverton is hitting 36 of them. So they've got to change that up. And the offense has looked discombobulated for quite some time. And I do believe part of the reason is the fact that Parker Paxson, one of the best point guards in the state, one of the best players in the state, only has 2 points, and he's got 3 fouls. Got 2 of them really quick, so he has sat a lot. They've had to go to their rotation a lot. Brody Dale playing earlier than he normally would. Ty Sheets playing normally than he most likely would in this environment with this game. And then you couple that with the fact that Drevin Monroe is in civilian clothes. He's not playing. He's dressed in his civvies. So you've also seen you've had to see Coach Sheets fumble around with some lineups. So the stats for the game are as follows. Right now, leading all points, not to be shocked at all. Over half the points for Rock Springs is the big man in the middle, Thomas, with 15, and he has done what he wants to do. And he's seen Riverton. He's seen tape. I'm sure he's seen this YouTube broadcast before. And he knows that he's got to be hardcore. He's got to go up with his muscle, and he's playing to his strength, and Riverton's very much struggling to keep him at bay. A lot of traditional three-point plays for him and 1 opportunities. DeBoer, their normal league scorer, has 8, so he's had a good day. Oh, did I mention that one's 4 of 7. DeBoer is Thomas is 6 of 8, so shooting well from the field as well as scoring a lot of points. After that, it completely falls out. You got Anderson with 4 and Newman with 2, and that's all the scorers you've got for Rock Springs. So they're as they used to say when my beloved Georgia Bulldogs would play the Florida Gators when Tim Tebow was there. For Florida to win, Tim Tebow has to come out and be the best player on the field. Your best players have to be your best players if you're Rock Springs, and you're facing the number 1 seed right now. The team that is undefeated in conference play only has 2 losses on the season to your 8, and that's exactly what we're seeing. DeBoer and Thomas are being the best players. Now, to defend that, your best players have to be your best players, and Paxson, arguably one of the best, 3 fouls, 2 points. Sheets has 2 points. Gabrielson has 2 points. Lucas has 0. Hutchinson, second leading scorer with 4. He's 2 of 3 from the field, having the best shooting percentage of anybody on Riverton. And then Derek DeVries is 4 of 10 and 4 of 10 from the field, 1 of 2 from the line, and he has 9 points. So they're going to have to do some things. They've looked discombobulated handling this pressure, half-court pressure offense. Credit Rock Springs, but also credit the fact that they were able to get 2 fouls on Paxton Quick, who usually would handle the press and be the quarterback in that regard, and then able to get a 3rd on him. So it'll be very interesting to see if Parker even starts the 3rd quarter. How will Sheets play this? Because if he gets 4, Riverton's in trouble. Not that someone can't stand up and score. That's not what I'm talking about. But as far as the leadership on the floor general, it falls to him quite a bit to lead this offense and giving it whatever it needs to function. So we've got about a minute and a half left. We want to thank CWC for sponsoring this halftime show, and we'll be right back with the second half here on KTAK.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
It's more than clocking in.
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton High School basketball. We are at the beginning of the third quarter. Inbounding will be Rock Springs, as the possession arrow dictates, and with a 10-point lead over our Riverton Wolverines. Inbounded to DeBoer as the students now all stand up on the bleachers again. DeBoer looking for underneath. He finds his guy underneath. Miss. Thomas puts the rebound up. Miss. Gets his own rebound and one. Whew. Not what you wanted to see. The miss was by Anderson, but getting 2 rebounds in a row, and the foul is going against 14. That'd be Nathan Hutchison. That's his second, team first of the second half. Thomas puts the free throw up and good. So it's now 32-19. Paxson bringing it over the timeline, going to his left, gets it to DeVries. DeVries thought about the three, instead drives down, gets it to Hutchison on the low block. Hutchison gets a bunch of guys up, puts it up, no good. Would have been a nice acrobatic shot. I do believe this foul's going against 23. It is. That would be against Butcher. That's his third. And team first of the second half. And it'll send Hutchison to the line, shooting 2. Looking to add to his 4 points in the first half. The first one on its way, good. 32-20 in favor of Rock Springs. Butcher will come back in. We'll see an early entrance by Patterson. He has one shot on the day, no points. Hutchison's second one looks too strong. It is too strong. And it's a miss. Rebound by Rock Springs. DeBoer now bringing it up. He's guarded by Vincent. They swing it over to Newman on the right. Back up top to Anderson. Anderson back to DeBoer on the left wing. DeBoer almost lost control. Gets to Thomas, who's way away from the basket. Expect him to dive down for it. They get to DeBoer on a screen. No good. Thomas went over the back, I think. Nope. Well, I can't tell if they're saying Thomas went over the back. Yeah, he's walking that way. So DeBoer with the missed shot. Foul is going against Thomas. It's only his first. Wish it was his third or fourth or even fifth. But it will go over. It will be the second team foul, his first. And it'll go over to Riverton, looking to eat into this now 12-point lead. Paxson moving in on DeBoer, picks up his dribble, looks to put it up from 8, misses, almost gets his own rebound, but goes to Vincent. Vincent out to DeVries, back inside to Gabrielson. Gabrielson passing to nobody. I mean, literally no one was there. He thought someone was going to be there, and they were not there. So to go back over, that is the first turnover of the second half against Riverton, 6th overall. Bringing it up now is Newman for Rock Springs. They are going right to left on your radio dial. Both teams playing in front of their offensive end is in front of their own bench. Swung to Newman. Newman's going to shoot a 3. Misses. Paxson comes away with it. Paxson brings it over half court, gets it to Vincent on the right wing. Vincent looks inside for DeVries. DeVries looking to drive down, goes back out to Vincent after he's cut off. Gets it to DeVries. DeVries using the screen by Hutchison, didn't rub off on it properly, and so he's now double teamed. He gets it, puts it up, no good. And we're going to call a jump ball, and Coach Sheets looks furious. So that happened before the shot. He's like, how did that happen if my guy, Derek DeVries, put a shot up? How are you calling a jump ball unless you're calling it split second type thing? But it will remain with Riverton. They inbound to Paxson. Paxson looking to go baseline. He's guarded by DeBoer, and DeBoer has had the better of him today. They swing it to Hutchison up top. Hutchison fakes 2 threes, then passes Gabrielson. Back over to Paxson. Paxson going to shoot a 3. No good, and they're going to get DeVries on a foul on the rebound. That's DeVries' third. So your 2 highest points per game guys looking at 3. In comes Houck, in comes Sheets. So DeVries will go off. Sheets comes in, and so will Houck. He comes in for Hutchison. So swinging around the horn, or handing it off kind of around the horn to DeBoer. DeBoer for Rock Springs gets it to Newman. Newman looking to drive. Houck almost had a shot at it. They get to Thomas. Thomas off the glass, no good. Thomas with 18 right now on the night. Gabrielson comes away with it. Gets it to Sheets on the left side, the far side from where we're sitting. Back up top to Vincent. Vincent slightly shaded to the left from the center of the key. He looks to drive, and they're going to get, I think, Thomas on the block, but they might have got number 1. We'll see who it goes against. They're going to give it to number 1. That's Patterson. That's his first, team third. Vincent inbound on the far side of his own basket. Underneath it. Inbounds to Houck. I don't know if he's going for Houck. Sheets was trying to cut over there. Houck picks up his dribble, gets it to Paxson. Paxson turns and fires for 3. Good! Parker from downtown. And he now has 5 on the day, but let's see if that can spark something as it's now under 10-point game, 32-23 Rock Springs. Bringing it up is Patterson. He's guarded by Gabrielson, goes to Newman. Newman swings it over to DeBoer. DeBoer guarded by Vincent, going behind his back. Nicely done, but unable to shake Vincent. Now going baseline. Has to throw it way out really quickly to Patterson, who puts it up and good. Back out to 11-point game, 34-23. They get to Houck. Houck on the three-point line. Is he going to shoot a 3? He does. Good! Hunter Houck answers the skeptic in me from 3. And it's 26-34. They just left him open. DeBoer just dropped Vincent. And we get a charge against DeBoer. While he shook Vincent, Sheets was just waiting for him to duck that shoulder into him. Nicely done. Second foul against DeBoer. Fourth team foul. And don't look now, but Riverton's down by 8. DeBoer gets teed up for talking or something of that nature. I don't know what he was doing, but he has received the technical. And they're going to say that is a personal foul as well, so it's his third personal technical. And Parker Paxson's out there, so we don't need to guess who's going to shoot the free throws. You got to know time and place, and when you're up by 8, that's not the time or place when you're trying to pull an upset. Is on your second team foul. Now you're at 3. Paxson gets the ball to shoot the first one. It's in and out, no good. Hutchison coming in. DeBoer's going to the bench for Stauffer. Probably Coach Rosette wanting to calm him down. So second one by Paxson can get it to 7 points. It's on the way, and it's pure. So it's now 34-27, 7-point game. Because of a technical, Paxson will be inbounded probably by Gabrielson. That's exactly what happens. Riverton a chance to get this down to 5 or 4. Paxson rubbing off the screen by Hutchison. Out to Gabrielson. Gabrielson for 3. Good by Cade Gabrielson from downtown. 34-30, 4-point. Boy, that evaporated quickly. Down to a 4-point lead. Swinging it over to Patterson is Rock Springs. Over to, I think that's Newman. I can't see the number real clearly from here. Newman, they're going inside to Thomas. That's a smart thing to do. He turns, fires, no good. Sheets with the rebound. And they're going to get a foul against somebody for Rock Springs as Sheets took a bit of a shoulder into it, and they're saying he got up around the head. It'll just be his first, but it is team 5th. Inbounded by Sheets and Gabrielson. You've got Gabrielson, Sheets, Paxson, Hutchison, and Vincent on the floor for your Wolverines. Gabrielson coming off the screen, going to hand it to Paxton. Paxton from a screen from Vincent goes the opposite way, out to Gabrielson. Gabrielson to Vincent. Vincent looking to drive, lost control of it, and he's going to get called for the charge as he ducked his shoulder in. Rough day for Vincent. It's his first foul, but he's 0 for 2 from the field today. And he has been having to work his butt off on DeBoer, who's now on the bench after that technical and third personal. Swing around the horn is Rock Springs. Vincent is now guarding Stauffer. I hate to insult Stauffer. A bit of an easier assignment. Don't mean to insult him, but a bit easier than DeBoer. Looking inside. They're wanting to get the ball to Thomas, no doubt, as they swing it around the horn again. Newman has it, gets into Thomas, but he loses it. Newman drives, puts it up, no good. Charge on Newman. That is what this team does. If you followed them this season, they draw charges. It's just what they do. Team number 6, though, is second against Newman. DeVries is going to come in and get Gabrielson. So we got Vincent, Hauk, Sheets, Paxton, and DeVries in the game. 4-point lead for Rock Springs as Riverton has come storming back. Paxton gets to DeVries on the left wing. He gets a screen from Hauk, trying to drive down the middle. Out to Sheets. Sheets for 3. No good. Rebound goes to Rock Springs. Patterson now crosses the timeline for Rock Springs. No pressure, especially off a miss, but Riverton more of a half-court man-to-man team. Vincent looking to break down Paxton, picks up his dribble, comes out to Patterson. Stauffer. They go down low, now bring it back out to Patterson. Patterson, they swing it all the way to Stauffer. Stauffer to Thomas inside, easy. He got position, put it up, and good. 36-30, 2:27 to play in the third quarter. Paxton with it now. Paxton looking for the screen, gets it from Vincent. They switch on it. Paxton takes it all the way in, and they're going to get him for a charge. And that's number 4. Paxton has got to be smarter than that, and he wasn't there. As he could have jump stopped, gone straight up with it. He didn't. His team 4th, his 4th. So expect he is going to have to sit for quite some time. They've already gotten him as Gabrielson quickly came back in. Chance to build on this lead. Stauffer with it now for Rock Springs. Gets it to Anderson. Anderson over to Newman on the left side. Newman swings it over to Stauffer. Stauffer looking to drive. Rubs off a screen by Thomas. Got caught in the air. Bailed out by DeBoer, who drives in, puts it up, and good. He's back in. And we're back out to an 8-point lead. 38-30. Sheets with it now. Going to drive. Should have been called for a walk there. Wasn't. Hands it to Hauk. Hauk drives in. Gets it to Gabrielson. Now it's going to be really hard to find points, it seems, as Rock Springs has played incredible defense tonight. Vincent with it now. Gets it to Sheets. Sheets to Hauk. Hauk back to Sheets. Sheets inside to the low block to Vincent. Vincent out to Hauk. Hauk thought about it. Gets it to Sheets. Sheets will fire from 3. No good. Vincent with the rebound. Gets it out to DeVries. DeVries guarded by DeBoer, goes to Gabrielson. Gabrielson thought about 3, looks to drive, puts it up, no good. And away comes Rock Springs with the rebound. They'll look to break. DeBoer with it, spins, passes to Newman. He goes up, blocked. Nope, they're going to call a foul, I think, on Gabrielson. And Gabrielson looks astonished. Nope, they're going to call it on Vincent. So that's why Gabrielson looked shocked. Vincent second, team 5th. Going to the line is Newman. He'll be shooting 2. First one is on its way. No good. Chance to extend this lead to 9 for Newman on the second free throw with 59.7 seconds left in the third. Hutchison has checked back in. Second shot is going to be up and good. Newman gets his 3rd point of the game. More importantly for Rock Springs, extends the lead to 9. Gabrielson's picked up his dribble in the backcourt, so Hauk had to come try and rescue him. He's unable to, so it's turnover number 8 on the day. And Newman puts it, gets on the pass, gets the shot up and good. 11-point game. DeVries looking to drive. He's going to probably need to take over, and we're going to get a foul, I think, on the floor. Against number 10, that's being Anderson. It's his second. Nope, it doesn't matter if it's on the floor or not, as Derek will go to the line, shooting 1-1 as that's the 7th team foul. Free throws here with 35 seconds left in the third. Extremely, extremely important. They cannot afford to let time stand still and miss shots. They've got to hit these buckets when the clock is stopped. Derek puts the first one up and good. His first point of the second half, his 10th overall. Second one up on its way, rims in and out, no good. So it is 41-31, back to a 10-point game. Stauffer gets it to Newman. Newman guarded by Sheets. Hands it off to Stauffer again on a rebound to Newman, and they're going to get Derek DeVries for his fourth. Guys, you got to know situational basketball. You've got 3 fouls. You can't get a fourth. And here comes Eli Lucas to get him out. So now both the 2 leading scorers for Riverton with 4 fouls each and going to be riding the pine for quite some time. Let's see if this group getting its first look can get some magic. And they get a turnover right off the inbound pass. Nicely done there, and they were able to keep their hands back, play some disciplined ball. And now they realize what they're facing, I think, Rock Springs, and they put a little full court on. Newman guarding Gabrielson as he brings it up. Nice screen by Hutchison. They get to Hauk. Hauk on the left wing, far away from the basket, gets it to Sheets. Sheets bringing it up top. Sheets dribbling, gets it to Hauk on the left. Hauk, a long 3, what was that? Oh, it's the end of the third, never mind. Hauk realized the time and put it up even when I didn't, but he misses. So at the end of 3, it's 41-31 in favor of Rock Springs. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter right after this.
We are a network of caring professionals who want to be here, dedicated to serving our communities. We are Sage West Healthcare, our 2 campus hospitals in Riverton and Lander. We take pride in our region, our people, and our communities. Located in beautiful central Wyoming, filled with natural recreation in our own backyard. We are neighbors caring for neighbors, a community caring for its own. We are Sage West. We are recruiting the best, like you.
Are you a caring person that wants to help but not sure where to go? Wyoming Senior Citizen Inc. is looking for caregivers across the state. Call 307-856-6880 to find out more information. They would like to wish all Fremont County athletes good luck this year.
All right, welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton High School athletics. Let's set the scene here for you. It is 41-31 in favor of Rock Springs. They have led a good chunk of the way since the first quarter. Part of that is they have gotten the right guys in foul trouble, so credit them. Paxton and DeVries, the top 2 leading scorers on the season, both sitting on the pine with 4 fouls. Actually, DeVries has come back in. So is Parker. He's going to roll the dice. Figures with 10 points, he has no choice. Being 10 points down. The inbound is going to be taken, and it's going to be quickly scored by number 10, Anderson, who stretches the lead out to 43-31. DeVries brings it up. He looks to go all the way to the basket, and he's no good. So quickly down the court, shot by Thomas, no good, rebound by Riverton. 12-point game, going all the way up quickly to Hutchison. Hutchison faked the 3. Now he's kind of stuck, hands it to DeVries. DeVries has it, swings it all the way to the far corner, or far wing, I should say. Bounce pass to Hutchison. Hutchison off a screen for 3, misses everything. Shouldn't say missed everything, but only hit the board. Vincent tried to pick up, and DeBoer goes all the way down court. Going for Thomas, nicely done, puts it up and good by Thomas. So quickly, hope kind of starting to seep away. Still a chance, 6:47 to go, but the lead is 14. Paxton off a screen for 3, good! That's exactly what the doctor ordered, but we need about 4 more of them. Back down to 11-point game, 45-34. Was 10 to start the fourth quarter. Stauffer now with it for looking for a bounce pass. It's kicked out of bounds by DeVries. They should have signaled kick ball, but they didn't, but it still went out off DeVries, so it'll stay with them. 6:26 to go. Inbound by Stauffer, gets inbounded to DeBoer. DeBoer guarded by Vincent. Now they're doing a little weave across the three-point line. Just passing back there in really no hurry, I wouldn't think. DeBoer gets caught up in the air. Thomas for three, air ball. And it goes out of bounds. Not the shot the coach probably wanted there. And we get a timeout. I think he wants to tell them that's not the shot we want. It is, let's see, it's a full timeout here with 6:09 to play in the fourth. We'll be right back on KTAK.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Wyoming Community Bank is ready to serve you. Stop in at any one of their branches located in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois. A bank that is owned and operated by the locals of Fremont County. Wyoming Community Bank. They're here to help you.
All right, welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton High School basketball. The Wolverines trail by 11 with 6:09 to play. Rock Springs has had their way, and the way they've done that is on the back of Thomas quite a bit underneath. And he shot a three, and immediately Coach Rosette called a full timeout. I don't blame him. Paxson with it in the half court, has to pick up his dribble, gets it to Hutchison. Hutchison looking to drive, does to the low block, puts up a short shot, no good. Away comes Riverton with the Rock Springs with the basketball. DeBoer bringing it up, Vincent picking him up full court. Now doing the weave like they did last time. We've got 5:38, 5:37. The clock is Rock Springs friends. DeBoer runs in. Nicely done not to get the charge. Feeds it to Stauffer, who just puts it up as every Riverton player collapsed. 47-34. Paxton with it. Paxton looking to drive. Does so. Puts it up. He gets rejected. Now looking to break is Rock Springs. Now they're doing their little weave around three-point line. Get to DeBoer. DeBoer's going to drive down. Almost lost it. He's quickly double-teamed. Stauffer almost loses it. And we're going to get a foul, yet both hands were on the ball, and it came away with it from a guy who couldn't see through their backs. Just want to say. So they're going to get Hutchinson, who wasn't even that involved. Okay. His third, team seventh. So 1-1 here for Stauffer. He has one field goal for the day, no free throw attempts. First one is up and absolutely beautiful and pure. 48 now to 34, 14-point lead. Stauffer has the ball. He will shoot the second, chance to make it a 15-point game. It's up and it's beautiful as well. Just great form and great free throw shooting. 49-34. Sheets and Houck are going to look to check in here. Coach Sheets sticking with his rotation here. It'll be interesting. DeVries coming out and Hutchison coming out. Inbound to Paxton. We're at 5 minutes to go. Paxton brings over. They got to start scoring and getting stops. Paxton to Sheets on the left wing. Sheets fakes a three. Has to get over to Gabrielson. Gabrielson going to get it to Sheets. Sheets for three. No good. Rebound by Houck. He puts it up. No good. But he will go to line shooting too. Three-point line has not been friendly tonight. Houck will go to the line shooting two. A chance to get it down to 13 points with 4:39 to play in the game. Most importantly, a chance to get it down to 13 points with no time coming off the clock while he's doing it. First one's on its way and good. That's Hunter's first point of the game. 49-35, 14-point game. Houck has it from the referee, puts the second one up. and it's no good. And that has been kind of the story, unable to get 2 shots and unable to convert when they had to. It has not been a good game. Riverton has definitely not been themselves. And Newman runs over Kay Gabrielson, but Gabrielson gave it too much of an acting job, gets it to DeBoer for 3. He misses, it goes all the way up, hits the top of the backboard, so it'll be a go over to Riverton. DeBoer with 10 and 22 for Thomas, and that has been, well, that's 32 of their 49. They've gotten some points from some other places. Gabrielson coming out now for Brody Dale. Bringing it up is Dale as we go under 4:15 to play. Vincent has it, 14-point game. Vincent gets a screen by Paxson. They're switching on everything. Paxson looking to drive down, gets the ball stolen from him. They're going to call a foul on Newman. And that's been one of these games where they've called it tight, but unfortunately for Riverton, Rock Springs has taken extreme advantage of it. It's his 3rd, and it's team 8th. So Paxson will go to the line to shoot 2. He's one of, let's see, what is he on the day from the line? He's 1 of 2. Everybody out of ordinary. Paxson puts it up, has almost virtually no rotation at all, but it goes in. So 49-36. Patterson coming in for the Tigers. They're still going to have Thomas and DeBoer out there. And I'm telling you, this is going to be a dangerous team in the regionals in Afton in 2 weeks. Knowing what they know, they can play their game against Riverton. Thomas, first post player, we haven't seen taken out of it. Paxton's second shot up and good. So 49-37, 12-point game. Still time, 3:58, 3:57. But they've got to get stops, and they've got to get them now. Patterson with it. He looks to drive, gets it to Thomas, and what are we going to get? We're going to get a foul when the ball was on the floor. No, they're going to say out of bounds? Okay, went out of bounds. That's what they're going to call it, looks like. No foul. I was about to get, well, they are calling it tight if the ball can be laying on the ground and they call it. Inbound is to Newman. Newman with 3 fouls. Dale tried to go for the steal there, did get the deflection, but unable to take it. And he's guarding DeBoer, and no disrespect to him, but that's a matchup that is definitely in favor of Rock Springs. Driving in, what are we going to get? We're going to get a block against 10. That's Brody Dale. That's his first. Team 8th. So Newman will go to the line to shoot 2, where he is a 3 for 4 on the day. Second one, our first one up on the way, and it's pure. 50 points, 50-37 in favor of Rock Springs. They have absolutely dominated this game since the end of the first quarter. Newman on the second one to get it back up to 14 is up and good. So notate to self, if you have to foul a little bit later, if you can get it closer, don't foul him. He's 4 for 5. Paxton to Hutchison. Hutchison looking to drive. Puts up a runner, no good. Hout goes up for the rebound, can't get it. And it goes to Thomas. And we're under 3:19 to go. DeBoer now has it. He'll look to break down Dale. He just crossed him up. He didn't fall down, but it's definitely a mismatch there. Swinging it over to Anderson. Anderson looking to go down the three-point line left. Looks for inside. Wound up losing it, but 23 picked it up and put it in, and that's Butcher. And that's his first 2 points of the day. And we have we have a timeout. It's a full one. Let's see who it's going to with 2:58. It's a full timeout with 2:58 to play in the game by Rock Springs. We'll take it with them and be right back on KTAK.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton High School basketball. It just has not been Riverton's night. 2:58 to go, 53-37, 16-point lead for the Rock Springs Tigers. And as I said before the break, they've dominated everything since the second quarter. The boards, the defense, the shooting. They have dominated in every facet of the game, and congratulations to them. But still got ball game to play. Dale to Paxton to Dale and back to Paxton. Paxton looking to work his way around Newman. Newman's going to get called for a foul. That's going to be his fourth, team ninth. So Paxton going to the line. I would expect to see a full court press if he makes the second one, if he earns the second one. But this has been a weird night. First one on the way, and it's good. And by that I mean free throws. They haven't shot a whole lot of them. Some of that has been the great play of Thomas and DeBoer just getting position and causing reaches. You can't blame it all on refs when a lot of it's been in the paint where Riverton's fully well undersized. And this was really the first game where you've actually felt it as a fan. Second one on its way and good. 53-39. No press. Bringing it up is Stauffer. Stauffer looking to go baseline. He's going to get called for a palm. And that's going to be turnover number 7 on the day. So Patterson, Butcher, and Anderson going to come in for Riverton. Now, if Riverton can get a 3 here kind of quickly, or get a traditional 3, the old-fashioned three-point play, that would be kind of interesting. Paxton hands it Dale to Hutchison. Hutchison don't need to use this amount of time. Hutchison picks up the dribble, gets it to Hauk. 2:23 to go. There's no urgency. Sheets driving in, shoots from the block. He gets partially blocked, but Hawks is going to get the board as it did the rebound. Gets out to Sheets for 3. Good! Ty Sheets. 11-point game. So let's see what they elect to do. Maybe a trap. DeBoer trying to go all the way, loses control of it, but they're going to say it got tipped out. So it'll remain with the Tigers with 2:02 to go, 11-point game. So oddly, a good-sized student section here in Rock Springs, but they've not been loud. I expect them to with the win. Inbounded to Butcher. Butcher walked, but they're going to give it to him anyway. As he goes around, he took one step, then came back, then took another step, all without dribbling. Quickly back down is Riverton. Hutchison has it at the elbow. He's looking inside for Sheets. Sheets, you do not want to try and go up on this one. He does anyway, and he walked to do it. So turnover number 8 as we're under 1:43 to go. So they say that Connor, our cameraman, they say all things good must come to an end. And Riverton had been on a long winning streak, and maybe this is going to be a good thing in the long run to taste some adversity. They've tasted a little bit, but never really faced where they couldn't come back. And in this game, once Rock Springs got the lead, they said enough's enough. They've got in half court. Patterson looking to drive. They're going to call a foul on the floor, but it'll result in free throws nonetheless, as that'll be foul number 10. Foul is going against 14. That's Hutchison. That's his fourth. Excuse me, that's on number 9, so it'll be 1-1 for Patterson. The next foul by either team will be number 10. So, Patterson with the ball. He's looking for his 3rd point of the day with this free throw. It's up and good. So he earns the second one. Rock Springs saying the records may be a lot different, 16-2 versus 10-8, but we are second in this quadrant, and we're going to show you why. And we're going to challenge your dominance, so they'll now both be tied at the top because Rock Springs came in 2-1 in conference, Riverton 3-0. Second one by Patterson was good, so it's 57-42. They swing it. Sheets thought about the long three, but then saw the defender on him like glue. Swings it to Paxson. Paxson will take it anyway, though, and it's good. So it'll be a timeout on the floor. Let's see if it's full or 30. I think it's going to be a full. It is going to be a full by Riverton with 1:12 to play. We'll take it with them and be right back here on KTAK.
Making healthcare great. Providing coverage in family medicine, women's health, pediatrics, and mental health. Meet providers Tara Blumenshine and Adina Vasco and Jessica Rodriguez. Come see us at Hometown Freedom Healthcare, locally owned, 463-0541.
Natural Health Solutions offers treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
And welcome back to KTAK. We've got 1:12 to go in this game, 12-point lead. It's daunting. I won't say it's impossible, but it's very daunting. And if you let him break the press like that, it's even more so. Quickly getting into DeBoer, and he shakes loose. He's guarded by Dale. DeBoer going down, and he's going to pass it out. Doesn't look like they're going to foul, so I think this is going to be – oh, I say that as soon as I say that, Hutchison gets his fifth on a reach. So Hutchison will be disqualified, and it'll lead to 2 free throws for Mr. Stauffer. He was 2 for 2 from the line, 4 points on the day. Gabrielson going to come in and get him. At this point, with 57.6 seconds left, you can't trade 3 for 2. So you've got to get 3 in steals, 3 in steals, 3 in steals when you're down by 12. I think Stauffer's pretty much going to put a lid on this one, though. His free throws look beautiful when he shoots them, and beautiful form. This one does hit a lot of rim, but it still goes in. You're looking to earn playing time, young kids in rec league, do what Stauffer does. Doesn't play a ton for Rock Springs, but when he gets to the line, he hits his free throws, and he's got 5 points on the day. Second one on its way, and it's pure as well. Back out to a 14-point game, and it's 59-45. 14-point game, 59-45. Inbounded. We've got Dale, Sheets, Gabrielson, Hauk, and Paxton. Looking to run a little bit of the picket fence. It's not any good. Thomas able to get his hand on it, and that will turn it over. Sheets able to turn it right back over, though. Puts it up. Used the backboard tie. He tried to put it up straight up instead of going the backboard layup, and it bounced on the back of the rim, and no good. So 30 seconds left. And I would expect they're just going to kind of throw it around. They get it out to Newman, and this is going to be a big feather in the cap of Rock Springs and a big loss for Riverton and how it happened. A lot of adversity to be faced. The good part for both teams, or at least for Riverton, is they get to go out against Kelly Walsh tomorrow and trying to erase this bad taste at home on senior night. For Rock Springs, they need to put it in the background of themselves and move on for their game tomorrow. There's the final buzzer, your final here from Rock Springs, Wyoming. It is Rock Springs Tigers 59, Riverton 45. We'll be right back with the Click It or Ticket postgame show right after this here on KTAK.
If your vehicle needs repair, you can depend on the crew at Extra Care Auto Repair. They can repair almost anything with wheels, gas, diesel, domestic, or import, and their work is top quality and reliable. Extra Care Auto Repair on North Federal in Riverton.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Snyder Signature Properties would like to give a huge shout out to the local sports of Fremont County. They are here to support your team and your local home real estate needs. Call today to see how Snyder Signature Properties can help you buy and sell your next property. Good luck to all Fremont County athletes.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
And welcome back to the Click It or Ticket postgame show here as Riverton falls 59-45. We're joined by Paxton. It looked kind of like the team was kind of discombobulated from the word go, Parker, and just couldn't get things. You getting 2 quick fouls and having to sit. Is that kind of what you sensed on the court? They just couldn't gel things right away?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that big part of it, I mean, obviously getting 2 fouls early and getting our starters in foul trouble early changed the outcome of the game, and we weren't able to recover from it, and I think that's really all there is to it.
Well, and probably for the first time in this long winning streak that you've had, the one thing that I've talked with Coach Sheets about last week on the Click It or Ticket postgame show was the ability to take a guy out of his comfort zone. And Thomas took everything y'all had coming and said, I'm staying right here. Until he shot the 3, and then his coach yanked him. But Thomas seemed to be able to stay in the post and wasn't bothered by the nuisance that is usually those aggressive tandems underneath. And like they say, best players got to be best players. Well, Thomas and DeBoer are the best players, and they played like it. What is it like guarding, if you had a chance to guard him? I know Vincent guarded him quite a bit, to guard a guy as athletic as DeBoer.
I mean, he's a heck of a player. He's like you said, he's extremely athletic. Him and the ball are one. He's just an all-around good player, hard to stop, and you don't stop a guy like that. You just try to contain him, and he had a good game tonight, and like you said, Thomas had a good game as well, and those are the 2 guys that we were most worried about, and we failed to contain them.
Well, on a good note, you get to erase this taste out of your mouth tomorrow. So how do you go about going, you know what, this is in the past, it's over now, and get ready for Kelly Walsh tomorrow?
Do exactly what you just said. It's in the past. It no longer matters. I mean, obviously, we're all competitors, so that locker room is a sour place to be right now. But it'll all be erased by tomorrow morning, and it'll be all about Kelly Walsh. And I promise you, if I know the guys, we'll be ready for tomorrow.
Oh, I thoroughly expect so. We want to thank our Papa Murphy's player of the game, Parker Paxton, for stopping by, and we've got a long trip, all of us, over South Pass, so I'll let him get to it. We'll be right back on KTAK.
Do you know if you got the best payment possible? The answer is probably no. Oftentimes, your loan is packed with additional charges that can drive your monthly payment higher than it should be, costing you thousands of dollars more for your car. Hi, this is Patty, and here is your second chance to get the payment you deserve. Visit Atlantic City Federal Credit Union today for a courtesy loan review. We've helped our members save money by refinancing their vehicle with us. Now it's your turn. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
And we're back here on the KTAK Click It or Ticket postgame show. We're joined by Coach Sheets. Coach Sheets, a rough one. From the end of the first quarter on, it looked like they were able to aggressively put their will on the court.
Yeah, they did a good job. You know, you got to tip your hat to a team like Rock Springs. Have been playing well, and they played well tonight. They did a lot of things well, and we struggled in some of our areas that we typically take care of business on.
And how do you get ready for Kelly Walsh tomorrow? Because this is really the first time we've talked about all season how you've been able to take the big men away from the basket. They're shooting threes. Thomas just inserted his will and just was physical all night long. He was as physical as Jason was, and that's something you don't see.
Yeah, for sure. You know, he's a good player. He's a good post player. You know, they did some good things to get him on the boards, get him the ball. Again, he's a decent player in the middle, and you know, we just got to get healthy. We got to get, you know, Nathan had a rib out of place this week, and we had a bunch of kids sick, and so no excuses on that. Just got to get healthy, kind of play our brand of basketball.
And how do you get the guys in the right mental frame here on this bus ride home for tomorrow to come back out on senior night, no less, and really just put this in the past?
Yeah, you know, it's been kind of a luxury we've had this year. You know, to be on a 13-game win streak is something that every team would take if you gave them that option. And so we're not accustomed to, you know, having to recover from a loss. And so losses, when you can learn from them, when you can kind of take those areas that we're not doing well with and get better at them, can be a good thing. Now, they can also be, you know, they can go the other way to where if you let it build on itself, then obviously that's always the concern too.
Well, all things being equal, I have a feeling we'll see this team again in Afton.
Yeah, no, I do too.
So we want to thank Coach Sheets for joining us, and we'll be back to wrap it up on KTAK.
Papa Murphy's is proud to sponsor this week's Player of the Game. For a limited time, enjoy a Papa Murphy's barbecue chicken pizza made with KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce. After the game or anytime, you can't beat the fresh ingredients and authentic flavor of a Papa Murphy's Take and Bake pizza. And you know it's baked right every time because you baked it yourself. Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton. Drop in or order online at papamurphys.com. Go Wolverines!
The staff and board at the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
All right, and welcome to the Click It or Ticket postgame show. Again, our Papa Murphy's player of the game was Parker Paxton. Our Gatorade player of the game, we're not going to be able to get him up here. They're trying to get back on the road just like we are. But as you know, the Thirst Quencher player of the game goes to the guy who toughs it, plays tough, dives for loose balls. I saw him dive for 2 of them, and we're told he has a misplaced rib. We're giving that Gatorade player of the game to Nathan Hutchison. So 2 players of the game back-to-back for him, and I guarantee you he would trade it all in for a victory. So tomorrow it will be Kelly Walsh, but first let me get to the stats on the day. For Rock Springs, Thomas finishes with 22, DeBoer with 10. Their best players were their best players. Rounding out, Newman with 7, Stauffer with 6, Patterson with 4. On the Riverton side, Parker Paxton finished with 16, Derek DeVries with 10, and then we kind of drop off. Sheets with 5, Gabrielson with 5, Hutchison with 5, and Hauk with 4, and that was only scoring. Jason Vincent was probably just as equal for that Gatorade Player of the Game. He really, just watching him in person, busted his tail, but Thomas is the first guy to look at Jason Vincent and go, I'm bigger than you, and I believe I'm stronger than you, and I believe I'm more physical than you, and actually have it play out where he could. He used his size beautifully, and this is going to be very interesting to see how it plays out, see how the rest of the season plays out. Both teams have got to dismiss this immediately as they will play tomorrow. And speaking of tomorrow, we've got games. Of course, you will have, Thermopolis won't play. They played on Thursday night, and they played tonight. We do have a final from Lander Valley, where Thermopolis was visiting tonight. And that is, let me get to it, 74-32, the Tigers over the Bobcats in boys action. And from Shoshone, where we had a chance to call that game with Wyoming Indian being called off, Grable, the boys from Grable, win 74-69. So that's what we have. Tomorrow is Kelly Walsh, and it is senior day. So you'll rarely hear me don't tune in, but go to that game. 2 and 3 o'clock, there's a good amount of seniors, especially on the girls' side, but there's 2 starters on the boys' side. Actually, maybe 3. I may have just shortchanged them one. 3 seniors starting for the boys, 4 seniors start for the girls. So come on out. Give them your applause as they've done everything they can for the red and black of Riverton. So without any further ado, we'll see you tomorrow if you can't make the game. 2 o'clock will be tip-off of the first game, so about 1:45 we will have the Hampton Inn and Suites pregame show here on KTAK and on Why Today's YouTube page. Until then, if you're listening to me as you leave the game here and you travel, drive safely. Otherwise, have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow on KTAK.
Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care. In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
A well-drawn-up game plan can be the difference between wins and losses. The same can be said about your mental health. Making a game plan to talk to your children can make a huge impact on them and help make them feel supported and listened to. The good news is, this winning game plan isn't hard to implement. All it takes is you starting the conversation and being ready to talk. If you need helpful resources and tools, you can visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube oil and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
At some point, everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians.
Wear light clothing. Walk on a pathway instead of the road.
Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone. Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stand.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.